Are
Oh,
we
look,
live?
all this stuff starts to come up and it
What
says
do
we're
we got?
live. Wait, I think, yes, we're live.
Woo!
What the what?
We are awesome.
We are so live.
Yes.
Do
I
you
don't
have the,
see us
you
yet. Let me see.
don't? Okay.
Let's see. Where are you?
We'll give it a little time.
There
Make
we
sure you
go.
can see it.
There we go.
You
Oh,
like
I
that?
like that. I
You like
like that
that?
a lot. I like it
A lot, a
a
lot.
lot. A lot.
We have one
That's
viewer.
so
That's
cool.
probably you.
Oh no, I'm the viewer.
We
Okay,
have
so
one viewer.
it went on a different, okay, because I shared the other one.
Okay, now we have two
The
viewers. So,
Yeah,
yay.
let's see if I can share this one. Yay us.
Get some
Sorry,
more people
this
in here.
the right channel.
See, now the chat should be active and we
We
should
got
be
some
ready.
active.
Got some people in here. Got 3 viewers now.
Woohoo! We're big time now.
I
We're big
know,
time.
right?
Woo woo.
Ah.
So
Although I
how?
don't know, does Frank really want to be on a show called Mixin Babes? I
I don't
mean,
know. He's pretty much. He's a babe. He could
is
be.
he a babe? Okay, we
I
can
think
work with
he's a
that.
crooner. He's a crooner
We
babe.
can work with that.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? See, I get all my old peeps coming in too, so that's really cool.
Yay.
So,
I don't. Hi, Dennis.
okay.
I got the country down.
You got the
Got.
country.
I got the
Oh, that's
country down.
okay. Well, Dennis is he's a Yankee.
Oh, he's Yankeeing.
He's a Yankee. He's a very Yankee actually. But we don't hold that against him. He's pretty chill Yankee though.
Well, I guess. Yeah, I
But
guess
he
if
is
he's a chill Yankee.
definitely above the Mason-Dixon line, I'm just saying.
Like way up north.
Well, I mean, he's what you're in what, Massachusetts, aren't you there, sweetie? Yeah, he's in Ma Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
Massachusetts.
He is the reason He is the reason that I keep around my PB&J flavors because oh, he loves them.
Ooh,
That's all
PB&J
he. Oh,
man.
he loves them. He gets a whole bunch of PB&J. I think his favorite is PB&J crunchy
Yeah.
raspberry, if I'm not mistaken. I think that one's his favorite.
Ooh, raspberry. I have never made a good raspberry. Ever. I
I
can't get the flavors
discovered
right.
he calls it Taxachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Taxachusetts. um,
That's fine.
Well, that was just I don't care for raspberry actually, and so when we have many raspberry flavors, but I do not. David made most of them because I do not care for them. One of our most popular flavors has raspberry in it, the Aries Ram,
Yeah.
because Aries is a big raspberry fan, and he just loves our raspberry. Um, David made the raspberry jam for the PB&Js.
Nice.
David made the raspberry buster. I did make the Aries Ram, but that was only on the coaching of Aries
Yeah.
because even though it is the smallest percentage of flavor in that particular recipe, when I try it, when I taste it, that's all I taste is raspberry
Yeah, raspberry.
because I don't like it. I just don't like raspberry. Um, and I thought that it was like something in my head, because I don't know if you heard this or not. This is actually true.
Yeah.
But it is true from the past. It is not true for the present. But at one point in time, in the past, um, one of the ways that you made raspberry flavor, well, the way you make vanilla flavoring, and believe me, this has not turned me off of vanilla at all. But the way they used to make vanilla flavoring is actually from the secretions of beaver butts, because um, the woodsmen would know they were getting near beaver dams when they would get a strong smell of vanilla in the air, because apparently beaver butts smell like vanilla. And
It's nasty.
yeah, it is nasty. The actual component is called castoreum, and it was used in the. Michelle does have the bigger pill. She has the wider screen, is the thing. So
I
I
don't know how
can
to
make.
fix that. I have
Oh,
no. I wish I could
oh, it's
shrink it.
okay. I can shrink you down. I know what I'm doing here.
I want to be shrunk. Hi, Scuba.
Well, I did skinny you up a bit, but
Yeah, a lot skinny. I want to be little skinny.
little skinny. Come on now.
Yeah, can we make that happen in real life? I just want to be little skinny.
Here we go. I can skinny you up. I mean, but you don't want to look like unbelievable or anything. I mean, see,
I
like
know,
this.
though. I mean,
I mean, that just looks not believable.
I'm unbelievable. Oh wait, I can't sing on the show. We'll get like a what is
Yo,
that thing
oh come
called?
on, you're unbelievable.
Dun, 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 dun.
Scuba says he doesn't think you got mad enough on your video.
I didn't. You want me to get madder? I could put down some
He
Southern
wants you to
Mad
get
Girl.
madder.
Arr. I can get mad.
So, oh, and now
Hey,
Frankie.
hey.
see now I got to extend it because see, or I got to
Oh, we're
redo
gonna
it
get
actually.
extended.
I got to redo
Uh-oh.
it
Mr. Frank.
because there's two people
What
on
up,
now.
girl?
All
If
right.
I can be smaller, I'm happy.
Well, I don't know
Small.
now that Frank is there. I don't know.
I get to be really tiny.
Let's see. Smart selection. Here we go.
Hey, do I got to tell you to behave, behave there?
Who? Which one?
Yeah. Which one?
You, Michelle, telling you to behave.
I was say, who you
No,
talking
I
to?
don't want to behave. I want to be bad. No, not really. But how mad did I mean, Scuba? I thought I got pretty mad on that video. For me, that's a rant.
You did not get mad enough. I agree with him.
Okay. Should I just call
She
them
said
bad
she took
things?
out all the cuss words too. I'm trying to figure out how she did that
Because
without
I'm
reshooting the whole thing.
I'm a bad person. I don't know. Hey, Scott.
Hello. So, um,
What up?
I was gonna say your camera is drooping again. I can see the back of your
Doggone
monitor.
it. You know what it is? I have it mounted. You know what? I'm just gonna have to put it in my face. So y'all hold on. Let me stop my video.
See, that looks good right there.
Yeah, but see, then you get okay. I'm seeing the top of my monitor, and you're not. Okay.
Mm. Give it a couple seconds. It'll
I
catch
just
up.
don't see Jen on Zoom, I guess.
No,
No.
because the broadcasting software is using the camera, so Zoom can't use the camera.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's a whole technical thing.
That's all confusing.
So,
So
so
confused.
hey, look, Frank is here. He's going to be one of the Mixin babes today. You
Hi,
have
babe.
a neon sign with your name on the wall.
Is
Yes, I
that not
do.
cool?
What the hell?
That was thanks to my daughter last year for a Father's Day present.
Oh my God, that is
Oh,
awesome.
he's big time.
I want a Higgy
It,
sign.
Yeah, yeah.
it came
Oh,
from somewhere in China. I don't know. I just know the packaging was in Chinese.
oh my gosh, I want one.
Hi, Casey. Hi, Dyer.
I use my camera that's on Zoom, avoids issues. Oh, well, I guess I could have done that.
I don't know anything about Zoom.
I
Nothing.
don't know. I'm stuck in my ways, Scoopa.
Scuba duba
Casey
doo.
Lynn, what are you doing? Hey, I haven't seen you in forever. No. So,
So, Frank, you off the road this week?
Oh, last couple days, yeah, things got slow, and I have 27 days of vacation time. So I said, go ahead and just pay me. They're like, okay.
Heck yeah. Pay you.
now we were talking about Yankees and Southerners a second ago, and that little twang
Hmm.
I'm hearing in your voice, you definitely a Yankee.
Oh yeah, I'm from Jersey originally.
But
I
he
was
doesn't
trying to
let
place
he.
the twang. I was trying to place. I was like, it's not Baltimore. It's not Pennsylvania. I'm like, where is that from? Okay, so
Well,
Jersey. Gotcha.
10 minutes outside of Pennsylvania, 10 minutes outside Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay, yeah, I can see that. See, but believe it or not, well, not believe it or not, you probably know this very well. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia have totally different accents.
Yes, I don't say yuns,
I know. See,
Use.
and I don't put French fries on my sandwiches.
my family hails from the Pittsburgh side of Pennsylvania,
Ah,
actually.
yeah, so did both. So did two of my ex-wives.
So,
Oh,
how many ex-wives do you have?
yeah.
Two.
You wait. I
Okay.
haven't heard that story.
So she said all you should say all my ex-wives. That was the thing. I had to get
Yeah.
used to that with my husband too, because I am actually wife number three.
Oh,
So
I'm
Yes, so's
wife number
mine.
two.
so
Wife number two.
I will next week. I'll just use the Zoom thing as the screen cap. That probably will make it easier, and then people can like join in and shit. That would be cool.
Yeah, today I actually went to a vape shop for the first time in over a year, I would say.
Really?
just
What
to
was
see
it
what
like?
they had, because the one I was going to go to, I looked and like, oh wait a minute, it's not there anymore, and it was there for years because it was the one that I went to get my first setup, and they finally bit the dust
Oh,
after multiple ownership changes and stuff, and I guess they're done. So I went to the one down the street from there, and it was okay. I mean, a lot of THC, CBD, not
yeah.
so much. I mean, not so much on the disposables, or if so, they must be like behind the counter somewhere. I didn't really see them. Actually, a little tiny little bit of rebuildables,
Mm,
very
I'm,
tiny, at least
see, this is the
more than
problem.
anybody else. I
People
I'm
mean,
dip
fixing my
out.
camera, guys.
When people
mhm.
dip out and come back in, that's the
Oh,
problem
I'm
with
so
the
sorry. I got to fix my camera.
It's okay.
It's like falling off the wall. I'm not, I'm not a professional, so y'all just get it.
Mine's mounted on top of a beer stein
Hey, that works. Okay, well, y'all are getting full
behind my
face me now.
screen. Oh, there we go.
Big old face me now. I
That's
don't
okay.
like it. I
We
don't
love
like it in my
you.
face.
You
I
have a
love you.
beautiful face. Yeah.
Mm.
So Casey wants to know if I'm still vaping my cranberry Sprite, and I absolutely am. I love it. It is so awesome, and I'm so happy now I can offer it as a flavoring on
There you
my
Yay!
go.
website. So if you want to know what I'm vaping and what I've been stuck on now for over a year, you can make it yourselves.
Cranberry Sprite.
Cranberry Sprite, it's so good.
It
Okay, so
sounds good.
in like around Christmas time, Sprite puts out a winter spiced cranberry flavor. You
I've
Yes.
can't get
seen
it
that.
any other time of year except for around Christmas. And yeah, that's what this tastes like. It's so good. It's so
Nice. Nice.
good. But again,
Oh
it's
my
one of those
God.
fruit light. I gotta have the light, springy, fruity flavor that, that's an all day thing for me. I cannot do this heavy shit that Miss Thing
You
over
mean
here.
No,
custard and
yeah.
thick
Yeah,
grief.
I'm the opposite. I do the heavy stuff as my all day, and then to switch it up so I don't get vape tongue off of that, then I'll go to something light and fruity. I'll just throw it in like some crappy sub ohm tank I got laying around, and that I keep until the coils finally die off, and then I
Yeah.
stop using it. It goes in a drawer, and to never be seen again.
I'm still
Uh,
using the same blooming tank. I keep buying the same tank. I
Nothing wrong
love
with
it.
that. If it works, it
Well,
works.
Yeah, but they're going to quit making them, and I keep breaking them. So,
Oh, well then make sure you buy enough for backups.
yeah,
yeah.
I
See,
bought
that's
two
why
of
I
them.
have an RDA or RTA because
I
there's
know.
nothing on it to break except the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you put your own coils in it, you put your own wicking in it. It's self-sustaining.
I know. I know. But the flavor, I want my flavor to taste like this tank, and it doesn't. In every RDA and RTA I've wicked, it does not taste
Have
right.
you wicked your Zeus yet? I know it's not the Zeus X, but have you wicked your Zeus yet?
Yeah, it's still not the same. Hold on, I have the thing somewhere. I don't know. Hey, let's just show up. Which one is this? Like, I don't know what that is, and that's the old Zeus because I have the freaky Zeus.
Okay, hold up the other one because that looks like,
That
is
may
that a
be the
Zeus? That looks like the Zeus
I don't
X.
know what this is. Hold on.
It
No,
looks like a
this is
Zeus
the
something or other.
Watofo.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
Watofo
Why is
mesh.
it, why is the glass black?
I think I left the juice in there that long and it just turned black because I never use it.
The
I've never
glass or
used.
that's juice in there?
That's juice in there. I
Oh, I was
think
gonna say.
Really?
maybe.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Is
I
it,
Always
don't know.
it looks frosted and full of a very dark juice.
Yeah. And then I've got the, I bought the super tank, the RDTA for the super tank, and it was crap. And then the Elder Dragon is the only one that I can actually wick and somewhat like.
now, you said RDTA for the super tank. Is it an
Yeah.
RDTA or is it an RTA?
It
I
might
don't
be an
Because
know the
RBA
I
base.
difference.
I'm
don't
thinking R.
have very good luck with RDTAs.
No.
I've tried a few
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
I don't do well with them.
No, neither have I. I've tried. Let's see. I had the very first one I ever had was like the Limitless. That one was okay because I didn't know any better, and that's
Yeah.
before I started mixing. So it was just whatever whenever I was buying, I was dumping in there, and it didn't leak because top airflow was on top, so it wasn't too bad. Then I had I had one I got from like 3F. It was some off-brand one that was like $9. I'm like, well, $9, how bad can it be? I found
Yeah.
out how quickly. $9 can be pretty shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was in a shop out in Ohio one time that a friend of mine referred me to, and we were in there hanging out. And if I'm in a shop for a couple hours hanging out, even if I don't want anything, I'm gonna find something to buy just because I was in there taking up their time.
Yeah.
So they had it was one from Vandy
So
Vape.
nice of you.
It was like a version 2 of something, and it sucked too. It was, but that one at least had a squonk pen too, so you could have an RDTA. So you filled the tank, and then also you were able to squonk with it.
Well, that's
But
that's what
it's still,
my what was it, the Gaia, I think, or the Cthulhu,
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
the
yeah, the
Gaia
Cthulhu
Cthulhu.
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would, but I couldn't. I fought with it constantly because I was trying to squonk it to fill up the tank,
Mm-hmm.
but it would just flood the deck, and I don't know what it was doing. I couldn't get it to
Yeah.
do it right. I
I
couldn't
think
get
the
it.
only one that came out that was really good that way was the Gas Mods one. I think that one was pretty good. I think it's
No,
what they call it, the GR1 or something, or DTA.
Yeah, see, Scoss is with me. I'm just not a big fan of RDTAs.
oh,
I
I
do
bought
like
the Bombas too.
the Geek Vape Zeus X RTA.
That's your favorite.
That's the one. I don't have the mesh version. I do have the dual coil version. I don't. I don't. I've never worked with mesh actually. I know. I've heard it's amazing. So, you know.
If you get the wicking right, it's really good. But that's where I struggle. Is it's either one way or the other,
Yeah.
and you don't want to dry hit on mesh because
Oh God.
that is like sucking off a dragon.
Yeah, that Vandy Vape one that I had with the big mesh in that, I about died. Oh my God, no.
Sucking off a dragon.
That That's
Yeah,
like I
but
have the Titan, the Steam Crave Titan version 2, and it came with the dual mesh deck. I
Oh,
looked at it
gee.
in the package, and I put the package away and put it back in the box. I'm like, that's where it'll stay.
Mr.
Mm.
Crispers,
hey, Mr.
Geek
Crips.
Vape Zeus X RTA. I'm telling you, it's easy to coil, it's easy to wick, the flavor is amazing, and it does not leak. Can't leak. I
Oh my
put them in
God.
my purse upside down. I fall asleep with it laying down on my bed. Like, it doesn't leak.
My super tank, it leaks like
Timekeeper!
crazy.
Timekeeper, what's up, bro?
Hi,
That's
Time.
like I still have one sitting here that there's still a little bit of juice in it. I burned out I left it on a mod, and the mod auto fired and it cooked it. This is the
Ooh,
original was a Dead Rabbit RTA,
Okay.
and
for that
it
one.
wasn't bad. It's just the flavor seemed muted on it,
Does
but
it
at least
spit?
it's new.
No, Mr. Crispers. Not if you wick it right. I mean, there's a little bit of finesse to the wicking. Okay. If you put too much cotton in there, the juice won't flow. If you put too little cotton in, the deck will flood and it will spit. The only other time that it will spit is if you fill up the tank and you forget to put the top back on, because there's like a vacuum that's sort of created when the top is on. If you forget to put the top back on for a few minutes and then you remember to put it on, it will flood a little bit, but you vape it out and it goes away. I'm
Yeah,
telling
and
you.
if it spits, it just means your wicking's too loose in your coil.
Yeah, if it spits, it means you definitely didn't put enough cotton in there. If you get dry hits, it means you put too much cotton in there. But I'm telling you, I have like 6 or 7 of these things now because I love them. I love
I just
them.
don't know what it is. It's like either they're too airy or they're too strong. I don't know. It just doesn't work.
If it's too airy, you got to shut the vent holes down a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too airy. I have the vent holes open all the way.
Well,
And
this one has like a tighter draw.
DTF. Now, I don't know what DTF means to you.
Daytime, Frank.
I know what I know what I think DTF means.
Yeah,
What does it mean?
that's the other one.
Wait a minute. I don't know this one. Somebody's got to
Down,
fill me in.
yeah, down the fish, right? Down the fish. That's
Down
what
to
it is.
fish. Oh, is that?
Yeah,
Um, I'm I'm confused.
Oh, daytime Frank. Okay, I get it now. Never
yeah,
mind.
that's
Okay, I got
I'm
it.
so confused. Oh, and I got the damn vape. I have that one too.
The damn vape.
With those coils. You know, what are they like the stovetop coils?
Oh
oh, okay.
yeah.
I've got that one too.
Okay, so we had David was okay. I have to back up. Some of you may or may not know. David has been recording audiobooks. He's very good at it. And one of the things he's been looking into is soundproofing the room, his studio, so that he can record during the day because his microphone is very, very sensitive and it picks up everything. It picks up cars driving by. We live near a train track, so it picks up the trains coming by, picks up dogs barking, things like that. And so he had researched this material, and supposedly it was this amazing material that's like super super thin, and if you just line your walls with it, it's supposed to soundproof your room. Well, it turns out that's not exactly the case. You have to do many
Oh,
many layers of it, and it's very expensive. And so he had got this stuff in, but then he sent it back. So they had to send UPS freight to come pick it up. And turns out the UPS freight guy that picked it up was the same UPS freight guy that has been here to deliver our VG, and he's a vapor, and he had one of those stovetop coil deals that
yeah.
I don't understand how those work. Like those are witchcraft to me because the coil sits on top of the tank and somehow magically sucks the juice up into it, like defying gravity. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I guess that's why it's still sitting in the box with the other 5. So,
Yeah, so I
Yes,
love my
Mr.
Mongrel
Christmas.
RDA from Dan Vape. This thing is like I have 2 of them now, and they're amazing.
oh,
Awesome,
put that
awesome.
one back up.
Well, yeah, it has the clear glass, and this way
I
I can
like
see
that.
my just a single coil. I have it comes with different we call them not restrictor plates. You have what do you call these damn things? You put airflow restrictors or whatever.
The
Nice.
drip tip?
No, it goes in. It goes like under your coil, so you have to put that in, then you build on top of it, and
Oh, wow.
helps restrict the airflow.
Okay.
And I mean, so it's
Damn
airflow
Bates
inserts.
got some
That's it.
damn stuff going on.
So,
Yeah,
me on
it
the other
comes with.
hand, I'm stuck in like vaping 5 years ago. I'm stuck in 2015 because I got to stick with my. Well, this is not fair because this came out. This is the eclipse, and it actually came out right around the time that the eclipse was. That was what, 2017, I think?
Something I remember getting stuck in traffic horribly.
Oh my God, we were stuck in so much traffic. We actually drove about 2.5 hours north of here to the very, 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 you know how like the state of Georgia, it's like sort of flat on one side and then it's angled on the other, and that has this little divot at the top
Mm-hmm.
on the east side of the state. Well, right in that little divot is a city called Dillard, and there's a place there called the Dillard House, and they were having a uh, um, uh, like an event for the eclipse because Dillard was actually in the path of totality, like right in the dead center path of totality. So it was the most amount of totality you could have for an eclipse. It was like a full 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I think.
Yeah, 'cause I
And
remember. I remember that day trying to get out of Greer, South Carolina, and trying to get home, and it
oh,
was it was a straight up nightmare.
well, we got up there just fine. Like getting up there was fine, but coming back, it took us like 7 hours to get
Oh
back.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
insane.
yeah. I mean, I had enough time to actually get home, and I literally made it 40 miles in
Hmm.
like 2.5 hours running back roads because 85 was just completely stopped.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I will say that now that I've experienced totality, because it was really cool. Here we go. I gotta tell my eclipse story. Some of you probably already heard it. I'm gonna tell it again because it's just so amazing. So we drove all the way up to Dillard. Yeah, they had like a lunch thing that they served everybody, and they had like this big open grass area where you just sort of set up your little campsite basically to just hang out. And I mean, there were people that they brought they brought guitars and instruments, and they were sitting around in circles and singing songs. It was just very Woodstocky, you know, peace, love, and everything.
Like,
So anyway, so we're sitting here, we're watching the eclipse started, and we all had our little glasses on and everything, and there were these clouds that were over there in the on the towards your left side, and I mean a lot of clouds, and I'm all just like, stay over there, and they
yeah.
eventually they didn't. They moved over the
Oh,
eclipse. It was about 30 minutes before totality,
oh,
complete cloud cover, right? And I was pissed. Okay, I
man.
was so pissed off. And I'm going to tell you up front, this is the most incredibly concrete evidence of God I've ever seen in my life. Okay. I was sitting there, I'm sitting in a chair, I'm pouting. David was staying in good spirits. Him and the kids were playing around and I don't know, doing hacky sacks or something. I don't know what they were doing, but they were having a good time. A lot of people packed up their shit and left.
Oh
And I'm sitting
no.
in the chair and I'm pouting. I am pissed, right? I couldn't believe that we made this huge effort. We got all the kids together, brought them all the way up to Dillard. We're watching and clouds. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh.
And I swear to you, okay, not less than 5 minutes before totality, there was a break in the clouds. They just magically separated.
Oh wow. Wow.
And I jumped up and I said, yes, there is a God and he loves us.
He does love you. That was awesome. That was awesome.
And then the totality happened. And because I'm telling you, before that, there was not a single break in the clouds anywhere for the eye to see. I mean, it was just complete solid cloud cover. And so there's a magical break in the clouds. It stayed there for the whole, all of the totality. And then about 3 minutes after totality was over with, it closed back up.
Oh wow. Wow.
It's
That was
like
cool.
it literally broke open just for us to see it. It was amazing.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, I have never
That's a good
seen more
story.
concrete
Mm-hmm.
evidence of God in my life.
Yeah. He
And
did not want you mad at him, Jen.
it was amazing. If there's the next time there's an eclipse, I believe it's 2024. If you are anywhere within a couple of hours of the path of totality, just go. Okay, just go. Okay, because partial eclipses are bullshit. They're nothing. You've got to see totality. It is amazing.
I don't even remember what
Yes.
I was doing on the last eclipse.
Well, I say well during the actual eclipse. I remember driving up 77 from Columbia, South Carolina, and it
Okay.
getting dark enough that everyone was throwing their headlights on, and
Oh yeah.
it was cool. I mean, a lot of people pulled over and was like taking video and all that, and I'm like, I got shit to do. Let's just get out of my way. Let me go. But it was cool as hell though. Just driving through it. It's like, oh, this is neat.
It was amazing. I mean, you
Nice.
start,
It lasted like
like I
90
said,
seconds or whatever. Then it was light.
2 minutes
lit
for
back
two
up
and a
again.
half minutes. It got dark. The street lights came on. The crickets started chirping.
Wow.
And in that brief second, there's a brief few seconds right when totality starts, and it happens again right when totality ends. It's right when the edge of the moon hits the edge of the sun, and all the irregular shapes and surface on the surface of the moon um, basically is projected onto the earth, right? And if you hold up a poster board, David's got video of this. It's really cool. They're called shadow snakes.
Wow.
It's just everything just starts to shimmer and wave. And if you hold up a piece of poster board, you could see it really, really well.
Oh,
Because
cool.
it's just these, and like I said, they're called shadow snakes, and they're really, really amazing. Oh, speak of the devil, there's David right there. Let's see what's he got to say. David sent a link. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was coming on too.
I was like, yeah. Do you still have that video of the shadow snakes from the eclipse?
So, Frank, you working on anything new?
I don't know. I have a few things that I saw that OSDIY was doing. They had that sale, so I'm like, oh, I forgot about my
Yeah.
Lucky Shot. So I was working with a few things with Lucky Shot that I have in
Nice.
concept that I might go ahead and do. One's an RY4, the other one's with pistachio.
Nice.
Sorry
I
about
love
my
that Lucky
dog being
Shot.
a brat.
That's at least my kids aren't in here screaming. That's a godsend.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't talking.
I know. So the big news, if y'all have not heard it yet, we need more people in here. Y'all share this video out or something, or post it in some groups. We need to get some more people in here. All right. So the big news is that officially Higgy's
Yes.
is now going to be your source for vaping watch flavor, or at least 5 vaping watch flavors. I'm not sure what happened
I'm
to the
so
rest of them,
excited.
but for 5 of the flavors, I do have here available for concentrate purchase at Higgy's. We have boosted apple pie, homemade apple pie, Clockworks custard, pina
Woo, woo.
colada, and what's the other one?
Oh
And
crap.
Kentucky bourbon custard.
Yeah, the one that my mom wanted. How about I forget that one? I'm only concerned with the Clockworks custard because that used to be my all-time
Oh, she
favorite
was
custard.
apparently out there just pimping this out all over the
That
place
is
because I had
mine.
so many orders for Clockworks custard today that went
They need
out
to stay
today.
away. Just make sure you don't run out of that one
I'm not gonna run out.
because I sure can't make it. Obviously,
But
God.
I had so many orders for Clockworks custard
Oh my
that went out today. So yes, it's Clockworks custard for any of you guys who've never tried it. It is definitely. I mean, I will admit to you, I have not tried it. Okay, but I have now made it, and I
God.
can tell you that it is my new favorite flavor I hate to make.
Yeah, I can
Because it is
imagine.
very complicated and
Wow.
it is there's a lot of flavors in it. Okay, this flavor is very, very layered and it's very complex. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of different things you're going to get out of it because it has so much in it. Okay,
So
how can I
delicious.
make it and not try it? Because I'm not a custard vapor. I mean,
It's okay.
I have smelled it and I know what's in it.
It's amazing. I used to buy the biggest bottle that they had of that, and when they quit selling it, my heart was really broken.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm so glad it's
well,
back.
Clockworks Custard is now available, and I even got permission from Watch last night to use the beautiful artwork that they created
Love
for it,
that.
which is a beautiful steampunk image that says Vaping Watch on it. And I mean, absolutely still accrediting these flavors to Vaping Watch. There's no question about it. They
Yeah.
are their flavors. It's just, I mean, they don't own the flavors anymore, but they did create them, and credit where credit is due. The
Oh my
Clockworks
God.
custard is definitely, and believe me, I mean, it would have to be because ain't nobody gonna figure that recipe out.
Believe me, I tried for
You
two
can
years.
try all day long, you ain't never gonna figure that out.
2 years. I'm like, what in the crap are they putting in this stuff?
Oh
It
my
is so
God, you would not
good.
believe what's in there.
No. Oh my God. Hold on. I've lost the room.
You wish you could find the strawberry cake batter flavor. Well, Casey Lynn, I mean, I don't know how much he was charging, but I do know that at some point, Watch was offering up his recipes to purchase, and it's a one-time purchase thing. If you purchase it, nobody else can. Okay, I did. I had to order some meth and put it.
That's what it was. Now we know the truth. Now we know.
Honey, if I had to do that, it would be a lot more expensive. I promise you that.
Oh my God. If you haven't tried it, seriously go try it because it's the most unbelievable custard you're ever gonna even it's even better than, I won't say the name of the other big company I used to buy, but yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
the best custard.
It's very, very layered
It's
and
rich.
very complex and very rich. And
Yes.
you have to use a lot of it. I mean, the recommended dose of this is 27%.
Oh,
So it is
wow.
a lot of flavoring and like I said, a lot of layers.
Jeez.
So you're going to taste something different probably every time, really. I mean, if you adjust your wattage, you're going to taste something different. If you the longer you let it sit, you're going to taste something different. Like it's going to be something that probably just shifts and gets better over time, and along with your wattage. So if you can raise it up, you can raise it, lower it down, and you're going to get different notes every time because there's just so many layers to it. So,
Yes.
so there you go.
Can't
Michelle put
wait.
the link in the room.
Yes, I did. I put it in the room. And don't buy it all because I ordered some, but I
I
want
can
it to
make
be there.
more.
I want it all. Just need like a
Are these
gallon.
flavors are constant? Yes, they actually are. I did the calculations, and they fell into the proper range of the price for the regular Higgy pricing. The
Wow.
thing about the Clockworks custard is, like I said, though, I mean it is per milliliter, it falls into the right range. Okay, but you are going to have to use a lot more because, like I said, it's 27%, is the suggested usage on it. So you're going to have to use a lot more in order to make your own e-liquid. So it definitely still falls into the right price range.
Nice.
It was definitely, it's one of those things where I will say this, it was one it was one of those things where the Clockworks custard, if I had to wholesale it, which I'm not wholesaling it, but if I did have to wholesale it, I would probably have changed the price of it. But knowing that I don't have to put a wholesale discount on it, it's okay.
Well, I'm trying to remember what I was vaping at when I was doing that 2 years ago. Hmm.
What with what?
With what wattage? I don't even remember what I was doing 2 years ago. Because you remember
Oh,
I started out as a mouth to lung vapor, but that's been
right.
years and years ago.
Well, if you
I
were
can
doing
find
mouth to
out.
lung, you were probably doing high ohms, which means you're probably doing low watts, which is, I mean, like, it's very, very common for, people who are doing like, and yeah, this would definitely be a coil clogger if
I
you're
don't
doing
even
mouth to
care.
lung. Um, yeah, if you're doing mouth to lung, it's definitely going to clog your coils or shorten the life of your coils at the very least because it's a lot of flavoring. It's very, very layered.
I'm gonna stick it in my pod. Do y'all have a pod too? You see, I've
I
got this
have
one.
pods. My favorite pod is my Soren.
Yeah.
I also have this, which I actually really do love. It's the Shanlon Light.
Haven't heard.
Um, I know I was given a few from my last auction, and there's I don't know. There you go.
I have a bunch of them laying around that I got from Vaporesso, and I don't use any of them.
And I
I
have
like this
my
one.
Fagan, I think. Vegan. There we go. The
The bacon.
Soren Vegan. I like this one because it has a clip on it, so you can clip it on your shirt.
Well, I bought this one because of scuba actually, because it has
Scuba makes me buy stuff.
yeah, let's see. That it comes with a little rebuildable quill kit inside it,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is cool. I haven't had to do that yet because I just puff on it when I run out of batteries on my other one.
You know what? Let me tell you.
What's that?
Dennis was asking about. Okay, it's called the Lawn, Laan, but I think it's okay. Like okay, I think it's spelled. The company is Sean Lawn, and then it's the Lawn Light. Like that's the name of
Uh,
it.
Shana na na,
Shana
shana
na na na
na
na.
na. Sorry.
Shana
Oh,
na na.
we're gonna get it
Hey
again.
hey hey. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You can
As long,
sing. It's okay. You're
as
allowed to
long as you
sing.
don't go more than 8 seconds.
You're allowed
Oh
to,
my
well,
God,
on
they
top of
got me
that
on the
too. No, if you're
jaws.
singing, you're allowed to because you're performing it. So
No, I was doing jaws and I got clicked for that.
Oh, you'd
I
be
really,
was
surprised. Do not ever do Beatles. They will take down your
oh my
stream.
God. Or Jaws, the theme song, humming the theme song.
Don't mess with the Beatles. They will kill you
Yeah, I love to sing
because
too.
Adam Pilarczyk, he does all the
Mhm.
cover songs for a lot of
Yeah,
different
oh
stuff,
crap,
and
Specto, was
he
I
did.
supposed to call you back? He called me the other day and I wasn't, was I supposed to call you back and I forgot? I am so sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Frank.
That's okay. Like I was copyrighted a few times for using his stuff as like intro songs and stuff, his covers.
wow.
Yeah, even though they don't sound, I mean, they sound good, but they don't. You're not going to say, "Oh, well, that is such and such band." You know that
Yeah,
that's him playing that song.
I don't
And
know why
so
they do that.
there was some person in Brazil that was going. It was just they had some algorithm program. They were banging and claiming everything on YouTube that that they could get away with, and it was
Wow.
just easier to just. At the time, I wasn't monetized at all, so it was just like, all right, well, whatever, no big deal. And they even tell you, it's like, well, we just may put ads in, and they will get the money for it. You won't. It's like, well, whatever.
Yeah, we don't care if they get money
Yeah,
for it. Just let
but
us sing.
Well, that's what, and yeah,
But the
that's,
Beatles though, the Beatles that video it was a PJ Golf T Vapes. That video got taken down by YouTube. He had to remove it to put it back up.
That's horrible.
yeah, I mean, we've done that before. Like David went through our Spotify lists and he scrubbed them because he meticulously went through the list. But it turns out though their list that they have of stuff you can play on YouTube is not kept up to date, and
No.
licensing agreements change all the time. Okay, so there's
Yep.
stuff that gets dinged that you can look and it'll tell you on the list, yes, this is available, you can use this, and then you
Yeah.
get dinged for it anyway. Um, so which is why I'm not playing music now. I used to play music on my casts, and because I had I would consider a YouTube friendly version playlist.
Yep.
Um, and again, as long as the channel's not monetized, basically they just put up a link that says check out. Like if you're playing, something from, I don't know, like Bon Jovi, they'll
Woo,
put a
living
little
on a
tag
prayer.
up at the front that says check out Bon Jovi's latest video, kind of thing. So
Yeah, and that's cool. I don't, but when they actually when they take points off, I have an issue. But I
That's
don't
funny.
think.
Like
Go
today,
ahead.
I got my little mailer from Google AdSense that I had to verify my address and stuff for if I ever get to $100, they might actually send me a check. But
Oh,
now they're
wow.
going to take. But I had to send in tax information as well because now what happened was a lot of big YouTubers were getting in a lot of trouble with the IRS because especially these young kids that have
sorry
these
guys.
channels. Oh, what, did we lose it?
David sent
Oh,
me the video and it started to play and it's very loud.
oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't
So
hear it,
then,
honey.
You couldn't hear it,
but
but they could.
so these these young kids that have these blown up these big YouTube channels are getting all this money and they don't know nothing about the IRS. They don't know nothing about
Ooh,
taxes. Next thing you know, they're getting popped for 20, 30, $40,000 in
holy
taxes, and they're
crap.
like, they just spent that on the down payment on their last Lambo. Now they're screwed.
Oh, like the big dogs like Markiplier and all them, because I know they are huge.
All
Yeah.
right, y'all want to
God.
see what these shadow snakes look like?
Oh, show me some shadow snakes.
All right, hang on here. We got to do a screen capture.
Specto, if you have too many points against your account, they can close it down.
Yeah. Too
All
many
right.
strikes.
So y'all will see this here in just a moment.
Snakes.
Let me turn the volume down because it's very loud. Okay, it's only about 8 seconds worth, guys. But and hopefully you can see it. But we put up this whiteboard so that, and we were filming it so that you could see the shadows. So, is it coming across on the video very well? No, it doesn't look like it is coming across on the video.
No,
Oh,
just see a
well.
whiteboard.
Yeah, well, it was really cool. I could give you guys the link to it. Y'all can see the link. Here we go.
That'll bounce me right out. Every time y'all put a YouTube link, I actually
It's not a
click it.
YouTube link. It's actually a Facebook
Oh, good.
link.
Good. I can't differentiate in my mind not to
There's a
click YouTube
Facebook
links.
link to David's Facebook page and the video that he took the day of the
Let's see.
eclipse. So
Yay.
they're kind of hard to see on the video. They were definitely more prominent in person because he heard about these shadow snakes and he's all like, "Oh my God, we've got to see that."
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is loud. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we couldn't hear that.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Sorry, that was super loud on my end. School.
So you sent an idea. What idea are you trying to convey? The shrink wrap or the? He sent me a product he got from someplace called Steam Pugs.
Steam
Oh,
Pugs.
yeah, Paul.
Okay.
He's funny.
I guess these are concentrates.
Yes.
That he sells. They're and they come in this shrink wrap deal. Like here, I'll show you guys. But I don't know what idea you were trying to convey. So you see here, they're like shrink wrapped. They're pretty cool, actually. But yeah, okay, nifty.
Nice.
Nifty,
Oh,
nifty,
okay, yeah.
nifty.
He just started selling those, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. He was on the fundraiser, Jen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did send out the winner stuff in New
Yay.
Zealand. He sent back when he got his tracking information. He
Yay.
wrote back to you. I guess he thought it was you, and he
Oh
Said
Lord.
thank you, Michelle, very much. So
You gotta thank Higgy. Higgy took care of all of that. You.
it's okay. It's okay. I got it.
That's okay. I'll be you. I don't mind being you. We'll just change places.
Vice versa. I don't mind being you
It would
either.
be
So
fun.
you got to come out here though. Like if you want to
I
come in the
know.
lab, you got to come.
I want to come and play. We could
I'm
do a
not
whole
that
show.
far away, dude. I'm like what, 3 hours?
Yeah, you're not far. It's just getting rid of all my children long enough to do anything.
Yeah, see, I'm
They,
4 hours
okay.
north. You're 3 hours west.
Yeah.
We can all hang out in Gwinnett County and party.
See.
Look, I'm
Hey,
gonna
you knew
tell
I
you.
was in Gwinnett County? There
Yeah,
you
you
go.
told me that a couple times.
Did I?
We've had
Okay.
conversations. Yep.
Okay.
And
Uh,
Scuba wasn't it Scuba that was saying we should have a big mixing thing,
a big mixing thing
like a
party
DIY mixing. All of us get together and have a big old DIY mixing gathering.
in person
Yeah,
Hey, we don't have
here.
to like. I'd have to.
yeah.
I have to fund that shit.
No, you don't have to
Yeah,
fund
we
it. They
don't.
have to fund it.
I
We'll
mean,
just
I
get
got the
sponsors. We'll
flavors.
we'll call chefs and be like, hey, send some shit over.
Yeah. Well, she's got the big lab. I mean, it would just be nice to have fun.
Well, it just wanted to take the scenic route. I mean, it had needed to see the country before it got to you there, Dennis. I mean, yeah, no, they really screwed up. Actually, Dennis, did I ever tell you guys? So our good friend Peach, um, she did work for the post office briefly,
Yeah.
and she explained how this happens. It was like, how is it that you could send something out, like said, for from Atlanta to Massachusetts, and it take by way of California? That makes no sense, right?
No, it doesn't.
Well, there is what's called the throw room, and that's what they call it, the
Throw
throw
room?
room. So when you're a carrier and you come back to the post office with your truck full of packages, right? You take all those packages and you go to the throw room, okay? And there's 5 piles that you throw things into, all right? 5 big piles of mail. You have
Okay.
east, west, north, and south, and local, okay? And you throw your packages in these piles, all right? And those piles get loaded onto trucks. The local one stays in town, of course. This truck goes north, this truck goes east, this truck goes west, this truck goes south, all right? So if your package got accidentally thrown, like your package should have been thrown into the north pile,
Mhm.
and it accidentally got thrown into the west pile, all right? And so it ended up going west before they realized it shouldn't have gone west and had to get thrown back into the east pile to get
Oh,
headed
wow.
back east.
That's confusing. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my wife had sent a package to her friend back in New Jersey for Christmas, and she sent it on like the 2nd or 3rd of December, and she finally got it in January.
Yeah. Well,
To go 500 miles. It ended up in Colorado. It was in Tennessee. It was in Kentucky. It was in Pittsburgh. Then it went back out to Colorado. I mean,
That's
it kept.
crazy.
yeah, and I will say, I mean, guys, I have been doing this now for 8 years. Shipping stuff out all over the country, all over the world, really, for that matter. And I have seen it get, they go in waves, like anything else. It goes in waves. Sometimes I'll go for months and months and months, not even have a single package go missing. And then, for a month or two, it's like it happens every other day, right? And it's frustrating.
Wow.
But then they kind of clean it up and they get better. The holidays are always more stressful for them. But I will say last year, um, between, I would say, July and January was the worst I have ever seen it. And I'm not even going to blame the post office on this, okay? They were stretched beyond capacity, and those poor
Yeah.
people were working 20-hour days, easy, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You have you had it was a perfect storm for them, okay? Because you had all the online shoppers because of COVID, right? So you had this influx
Mm.
of people ordering stuff online that was already bogging them down from the beginning of the year. And then the election happened, okay? And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the election mailers were stupid. I mean, really. You're getting 10 to 12 different mailers a day,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And those are delivered to every single house, okay? So you're talking 10 to 12 extra mail pieces per house per
Wow.
day, all right? So
Yeah.
now you got extra COVID packages. You got all this election shit coming through the mail. You had the mail-in ballots, okay, and then you had the holidays hit them on top of it, okay.
Yeah.
It was more than the post office could handle, okay. And believe me, everything, everything was backed up and delayed. I had stuff that would sit at my local post office for 6 days before it
Oh,
even made it out to go to Atlanta.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
this
wow.
is how crazy they were. Okay, so
And that Atlanta hub's a shit show on its own.
yes, so and and I had one package. It was supposed to go from here to Houston, which is about 30 miles north of me. It went to Atlanta. It went down to Peachtree City. It came back to Atlanta. It went to
Wow.
Macon. It came back to Atlanta.
Macon, Georgia.
It went up to Duluth. It went back to Atlanta. Like, I mean, it just bounced around Atlanta for like 3 weeks. And this guy
Oh,
calls me up. He's
jeez.
like, "Where's my package?" I'm like, "I don't know."
We didn't do it.
You're better off getting in your car and just driving it to
I
them.
know. He's like, I could have walked there by now. I'm like, I know.
Peter,
So
you like that cornbread pudding? I'm sorry, I had to ask because I did. To me, it was just like brown sugar.
yeah, that's I have not tried it, but that's made by
Country
Mayhem,
Clouds.
right?
No, Country Clouds is the brand. I'm not sure if Mayhem was making it or not.
Okay.
It's got to have cinnamon in it too, doesn't it? Something.
No, it's. I don't know. I've seen a few remixes of it, and from what I taste from it and the remixes, I don't think any of the remixes are remotely close.
I just didn't. I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't care for it. I bought it at the bake shop.
I think it has TFA kettle corn in it, and everyone was using one-on-one cornbread, and I'm like, I understand why you would think that because of the name.
Yeah, but no, it didn't. I don't think that was even a big
I
thing.
have TFA kettle corn.
Kettle corn, I
Wait.
have.
No, I
Yeah,
have Flavor West kettle corn. I have TFA movie popcorn though. That might work.
It was just like it was a whole bunch of brown sugar dumped into the original store bought, and I'm not a brown sugar fan. So.
like the only one that I had that I tried that it was remix that was good. It wasn't anything like the original, but it was actually vapable. Was Fresh 03's that he did on a charity stream with Wayne, and it had the one-on-one cornbread pudding, had one-on-one creme brulee,
Okay.
and it had a little bit of sweetener, of course, because that stuff is ridiculously, sickening sweet. I think
All of them, yeah.
And I don't think what else was in it. It was like a 4-year-old
I don't
mix
think
now.
I've ever even tried them. I got them for somebody who wanted popcorn flavored. Where did she go?
I don't
Did she leave us?
No,
No.
Sorry, no, I meant to hit mute because my daughter just walked in. I just need 1 second.
Michelle had to adjust her. She had to adjust her bra. We know what happened.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
can do that on
Here we go. Wait, let me get in there. No. No, I better keep that on tonight. Okay. So.
It's only 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's too early.
A little early for that. Still daylight.
5 o'clock in Alabama.
Yeah, see, now we're on real time over here. Eastern is the center of the universe.
Yeah, we're not on that remedial time.
I wish they would get rid of the whole time zone thing. It drives me insane because I never know when people are coming on.
Oh my gosh, you sound okay. I know you're a writer.
I feel when I when I have to go to Alabama to pick up cars and come back to Eastern time. It's like it took me a while to get used to it, and it's like it works out better when I'm delivering in Alabama because then I get an extra hour to get to the dealers.
Yeah, but then you lose it on the way back.
Yeah.
And we're 3 hours from each other, Jen. We should be in the same time zone.
Atlanta is very
they gotta
close.
draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, Atlanta is very close, and that was the thing. It's like I didn't realize, I didn't appreciate where I live in the Eastern time zone until with my ex-husband. He was from New York, and when I was there, I would go to New York several times a year, and I was there over New Year's. And I remember, oh great, there's my phone. Sorry guys, hang on. Who is this? Oh, I know who this is. Hang on real quick, guys.
They're asking about your car warranty.
Yeah. I get called all the time, which is funny because my husband works for Hyundai
Yeah.
and they keep calling me, hey, do you need, I was like, if I need something done with my car, that's what he's going to do is fix my car. That's crazy.
Now you got to
Okay.
get him. You got to tell him you have like an '83 El Camino.
Uh,
You have to tell him that your primary vehicle is like an '83 El Camino.
oh my God, I haven't seen an El Camino in forever. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so now is it, what's the guy? I'm not, hold on a minute.
You're welcome.
Sorry that we're all having to do 100 things at once.
Could y'all hear
I
me?
do.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you never muted. Yeah.
I did mute though. It was supposed to mute.
Well, it didn't
Yeah.
mute.
Damn it.
We know the
Sorry.
drug deal's going to go down at
Now
7
we know.
o'clock.
We
and,
know
yeah.
everything.
He's coming by to pick up his order. So
Oh,
No,
that's what you
Scuba, my
call it, the
husband will
order.
take care of my
Okay, yeah.
extended warranty.
I told I
All right,
pushed the
dog.
mute. I did. I clicked the little mute button here. It didn't work.
Oh,
Oh, I
was
was
gonna say,
muted
and
for
muted
them,
for
but
them.
not for you guys. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know how that works.
I should have
Yeah.
needed to mute it here on my headset and not on expert.
Y'all about
Me,
to
it
hear
usually-
all my loud people, just letting you know.
For me, it usually does the opposite. I'll mute it on Zoom, and it'll still come out through the stream, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we knew exactly what you were talking about." It's like,
Oh, no.
I wasn't talking about none of you.
It's a good thing you weren't saying I really don't like the way she's talking tonight. No, that's funny. That is so funny. Oh,
Yeah, the things you learn.
yes. Now,
And we don't like-
Addie is a cornbread person, right? He loves that cornbread.
Oh yeah, he puts that in anything he possibly can.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
does anybody have? I wouldn't even know where to begin. Does anybody have a cornbread recipe or cornbread pudding recipe?
I don't like it. Frank might.
Do we want to make that? Is that what you guys want to make, or are we not going to make it? We're just going to sit around. I don't have a problem sitting around bullshitting. I mean, it gives less work. For
Well,
me.
if you're good, if we
Makes no
can make
difference
it,
to me.
yeah, if you can make it and not taste like the one on the store shelves, I'd be happy.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I have.
Well, you just don't
almost
put
positive.
2% super sweet.
Yeah, no 2% super sweet.
I
Yeah,
have,
no,
like I said, I know I have. You know what? Here, I'm not gonna let you guys see me get up, but I'm gonna tell you what I have. Okay, because I do
I know
have
you
some
have
of
kettle
this.
corn.
I'm pretty sure I have Flavor West kettle corn.
That might be what they're using. I mean, it may not be TFA. It depends on how cheap they want to be. They're both pretty cheap, so.
I don't
All
know.
right.
I have the
So,
TPA.
Yeah.
I have. Okay, I have Flavor West kettle corn.
Okay.
I have Flavor West funnel cake. I don't know if that makes. That's an idea. I have Cafe's popcorn movie theater.
Yeah, I don't think that's in there.
Let's see. I have Flavor West
Lounge.
salted caramel.
Hmm?
Um,
I left chicken out.
what's
Do something
that?
with chicken. Mom should be home around 7.
Oh, what's that?
Something.
Oh, back there.
Well, we know there's brown sugar in there. I'm just telling
Definitely.
you,
I
there's
have
a lot
TFA.
of brown sugar in that thing.
I have TFA's brown sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, we're dancing so good now.
That looks like all.
So what do you think? The kettle corn by FW and TPA, do they taste different?
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know because I don't have the other one, but
Yeah. I don't remember.
And then
listen,
I have.
I've only tried the original like once.
Like I said, I have brown sugar by TFA. So
Sorry about the door slamming, guys.
is there like a recipe up on ELR or?
I'm looking right now. Wayne did one, and he used a kettle corn, and he used a cornbread.
I don't have cornbread.
His might be the closest I've seen.
You're not missing anything. Sorry.
I have.
It's
definitely
brown
have
sugar
vanilla
and
pudding.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like this one's
Hello,
got
Live Lounge Liquids. How you doing?
Peter
one
West. Sorry. Go
This
ahead.
one has maple syrup in it from FA.
I have that one.
I have that one. Well, I don't have flavor art, but I have TFAs.
Vanilla
And
pudding. Peter, that's it.
yeah,
Vanilla
it's
So,
in
pudding.
that. Yeah,
Specto, you didn't answer me. Are you still in the room, Specto? You called me the other day, and I'm thinking I didn't call you back. Did that happen? I remember you called me, and I wasn't at the office, and I said I'd call you back, and I don't remember if I did or not. Will you please tell me if I forgot to call you, and I'll put that on my to-do
Okay.
list to call you back. I'm so sorry.
So what do you remember it tasting like, Frank? All I remember is brown sugar and some
I remember that
some
maple note and a lot of sweetener.
Hey,
They're big things I remember from it.
Jen, don't you have that vanilla butternut squash thing?
I do
Do you have
have,
that?
let me go check. I do have, I think at Lorenz. Let me go check.
Yeah, Lorenz or one of the butternut. I bet that would work for that syrup note.
I think I have, yeah, butternut. I have vanilla butternut.
Yeah, that'll
Let's
work for
see.
that.
Let's see. Peter West is saying cheesecake graham crust, cornbread, creme brulee, golden butter, marshmallow gooey, and let's see, popcorn and vanilla pudding.
Yeah,
That's pretty, I mean,
that may
that
work.
that would that would work pretty good. It'd be better than the original. I mean, that's the whole thing. Anything we come up with is going to be better than the original.
Oh my
Because
God, that
personally,
is so true. I'm sorry.
Country Clubs, I know you made $1 million off of that mix, but it sucks.
Ugh, no, this was not for me. Didn't
We know
like
they
it.
bought a couple of Lambos with that mix, but
Yeah, we should have gotten into the business back then.
oh, I'm telling you,
They were making a
Oh,
killing.
that's like a friend of mine who owns BMF Labs. They make like Buster, and they make the Baker's Basket line, which is their
Mhm.
new one. They have the Marketplace line. They have the blended line. He's right here in Greensboro, and he's a Philly guy, so we get along pretty good.
Nice. I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, this one's a lemon. There's lemon biscotti. I picked this up today when I was, wasting the guy's time in a vape shop. It was like $17, and I got it with 0 nick since we have since I have gallons of nick here, and we have a 5 cent a milliliter tax.
Oh, I didn't know that too. Ooh,
So I'll nick it myself.
yeah. Ooh,
Plus,
Specto,
vape and underground.
plus I can
yeah,
go to.
Specto, I mean, certainly you can pimp the concentrates because, that's what we focus on these days. I mean, and everybody's going to DIY anyway.
Yeah, we really don't have much of a choice the way they keep screwing us. I mean, if you don't go to DIY, you're not going to be vaping.
Okay,
Pretty much.
so Peter's saying cheesecake, I'm saying graham cracker, corn. I don't have cornbread. Like I said, I have kettle corn and
Yeah.
I have funnel cake. Um,
Is the funnel cake the one that's got cinnamon though?
I don't know. It's actually unopened. I got it because I thought I would play with it, and then I never did.
Yeah.
Um,
You got TFA butter. I know
I
that.
have butter. I have
You
my
got
own creme
FA.
brulee. I have my own Higgy's creme brulee. I
Yeah.
got marshmallow. I have toasted marshmallow. I have movie theater popcorn.
I know you have vanilla
I
pudding.
have
Ha
vanilla
ha.
pudding by Flavora for this lady right here. Um, so, okay, so what flavors do we want to play with here?
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
throw.
what you doing?
I'm gonna.
What you doing?
I'm gonna. Right now, so far, I got the kettle corn. I'm using Vape Train's creme brulee.
Okay.
I'm gonna use brown sugar. Let's see, what else do I need? What else should I throw in this? I am gonna throw some of that one-on-one cornbread in there.
You like that
How
one?
about,
It's okay.
Okay. It's okay if you throw it with some Flavor West yellow cake.
Well, yeah.
Then again, everything is okay if you
okay,
throw
I
it with
don't
yellow
have
cake.
cornbread though, so we need
You
to
don't
come
need
up with
it.
some
You could
some sort of substance, like I said,
do
like
the popcorn. Cause
popcorn and funnel cake, maybe popcorn and funnel cake.
yeah, I've never tried that funnel cake. I don't know. Why not? Like we said, it's not going to be worse than what they made. It's probably going to turn out really good.
I'm gonna
Okay,
try throwing some of that funnel cake in there too, just to. I'm
Yeah,
gonna just throw
y'all funnel
the whole
cake it.
kitchen
I can't
sink
do
at it.
that one.
I'm
all
gonna
right,
throw the
so
whole
we'll do
kitchen sink in there.
popcorn
Yeah, you're
funnel
doing the
cake.
kettle popcorn, right? Or you're
Well, I
doing
have
the
kettle
popcorn
corn
butter.
and I have kettle corn and I have movie popcorn. So, like, should I use
Yeah,
them
see, the
both?
only,
Should
the
I
only two
use just
popcorns I
one?
have is Flavoras and caramel popcorn and peanuts from Wonder Flavors,
I also have a
which is more of
salted
a that's more of
caramel.
a Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, and you
I
said
don't
Mm.
maple
really.
syrup. My God,
Yeah,
this
that's
thing
it.
is going to be
Maple.
heavy.
Now the vanilla butternut for the syrup, I think that would be really good in that.
Okay.
Oh, I have
Vanilla.
TFA maple syrup and I have FA maple syrup. I might throw a TFA one in there because that might be
Yeah.
closer to the authentic, just for the hell of it.
Do you
All
want to
right,
be
so we're going to do
closer to
vanilla
the original?
butternut
Sorry.
instead of
I
the
want
maple
to.
syrup.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because it's really good, and I really don't like the maple syrup at all. But
Okay.
I'm a picky girl, aren't I?
That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna like he said, we're gonna throw the kitchen sink at this thing and see what happens. All right. So now I've got kettle corn, creme brulee, brown sugar, funnel cake, movie popcorn, and vanilla butternut.
God, that's
Oh,
sounding good.
do we still need to put the pudding in there?
It's got to
Oh
have some
yeah,
kind of creamy base, right?
yeah. We can go. Well, I put the creme brulee in there to kind of help with the pudding, but we
Mm.
could go with Michelle's vanilla
Oh,
pudding.
Peter says use kettle corn
It's
and a
no.
cheesecake if no cornbread. You
Yeah,
want to go
if you don't have the
cheesecake?
Yeah.
cornbread, yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's what I
game for
thought the funnel
anything.
cake would do, actually. I thought the funnel cake would give it that cakey, um, that bready flavor, Peter.
I'll throw some of Michelle's vanilla pudding in here.
Woo, vanilla
Okay.
pudding.
So that's very complicated. All right, let's see. Now let's pull up my recipe book.
Yeah, right now, I'm up to 8 flavors, so it's already
I've
getting
got,
fairyfied.
I'm
I've
just
got
watching
seven
y'all. That's
flavors. How do you
bad.
have 8 flavors? I have seven.
I got the kettle corn, the creme brulee, the brown sugar, the cornbread, funnel cake, maple syrup. Put a little bit, well, sweetener too. I put a 0.5% super sweet, and and the vanilla pudding.
Okay, so I'm doing kettle corn, creme brulee, brown sugar, funnel cake, popcorn, vanilla butternut, and vanilla pudding.
Okay, yeah, so we're in the same neighborhood
Yeah.
Yeah. Mix it up.
since we don't all have the same exact flavors. So I think it'll complement each other. All
Okay,
right, let's
so
grab some shit. Let's see. Don't need anything from that drawer. I need the
corn
vanilla pudding from
uh, pudding. All right, now I have to create a recipe here. All right. All right.
from the vape train drawer. I need creme brulee.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that one or not. I have a bleh. I can't even say the word. I have a brulee
You
by
have to
somebody.
purchase my creme brulee. Don't you dare buy somebody else's creme brulee.
I won't. I won't. Then I will buy your brulee. But I'm going to end up, if I had that, that's going in a shake too. I am on the shake kick. I've been using the one shots Frank and putting
Yeah.
them in my keto shakes. They are so freaking good.
Okay. The
Yay.
PG doesn't mess it up though,
Not at all.
because
No,
that's the thing I worried about. Because when I was doing CBD sublinguals,
mm-hmm.
I was using my regular flavors for that,
Yeah.
and I just found if I went a little too heavy, I almost caught a little bit of that PG back note, or it just might be in my
Yeah.
head. I don't know.
No, you'll do that in the water if you're doing it. Definitely. That was my problem why I couldn't
Well, I
figure out
was
how to
using
make the water.
I was using the MCT oil.
Okay, no, I'm not even doing. I'm just doing like protein powder
Mm-hmm.
and then almond milk, heavy whipping cream, the Lakanto, and then the flavor shots.
Okay,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
I have 7 flavors here, and I have not used most of these flavors, so I have no idea
Woo-hoo-hoo,
how they're
party!
going to interact with each other. Okay,
I'm
and so when I'm
excited.
this clueless about something, I generally will just start with an equal amount of everything, just 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 to see. All right.
Yay!
Well,
Um.
I'm letting ELR be my guide a little bit, so I
Uh.
just knocked the percentages down a little.
Now I usually aim for about 15% total.
I'm at
Um.
13 right now, so
Well, see, I okay, so I've been doing this so long that this was before
yeah,
they actually had e-liquid
yeah,
calculators out there. So
yeah.
I actually had to create my own from a spreadsheet.
Yep.
And my
Gosh.
spreadsheet actually works better if I enter a total amount of flavoring first and then break it down,
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Nice.
which actually works really good for me because then once I come up with a recipe, I can actually adjust the total percentage and it will automatically adjust the amounts, proportionately rather than like if I say if I, 15% is too much and I want to knock it down to 13%, I can just change it to 13% and it recalculates everything up at the proper
I
percentage,
gotcha. Yep.
without having to figure it out. So, all right. So, unfortunately, 7 does not divide into
Yeah.
15 evenly. So, let me figure this out. So,
So,
okay.
am I supposed to talk while y'all are mixing? Because I'm not
Yeah,
mixing right now.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
yeah, go for it.
That's funny.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, me talking.
Off, sing, whatever you want to do.
Oh Lord, don't get no. If I sing, then all my kids are going to come in here. They're so sick of hearing me sing.
Oh, I need to order more TFA brown sugar. That's a 4-year-old bottle, and it's finally to the end of it.
Why do I have to be so weird? And I just don't like brown sugar. I don't like dark caramely things. I don't know. I'm weird. If it's really dark, I want it to be thick and I want it to be rich and I want it to be creamy, but not dark, rich, thick, and creamy. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm that way
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It's probably one of the reasons why I like fruity flavors because they don't change colors. But I know
Yeah.
that some people are like, oh, that's not even good until it gets to be, walnut colored, so it's like,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, okay, it's like the salted caramel that they make. I don't really care for that, but I love when you take butterscotch from like Flavor Art and caramel from Flavor Art, and that goes together. That flavor is awesome. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a picky person, and I'm babbling. I have no idea what to
Go
say. I
ahead and
should be
babble.
mixing. Blah
Yeah,
blah
go
blah blah
for
blah
it.
blah.
Babble. They're not talking. You need to engage the audience here. They're
People
not talking.
talk, talk.
I'm not used to this, okay? Usually I got some bounce back off you people in the audience. You're just watching us.
I wonder,
Oh dear God, no! Don't look.
I wonder if some TFA sweet cream would go well with this.
I like sweet cream.
T-Face, but I mean, we've already got.
Yeah, it's pretty creamy on its own. You're right. I'm just
Did you
going
put
Yeah,
through trying.
sweetener in there?
I'm not putting
Trying to
sweetener in
find. I'm
mine.
trying to find my damn kettle corn. And I'm finding other flavors. Like, oh, maybe that. Oh, maybe that.
Ooh, this. Ooh, yeah. Squirrel.
Yeah,
Okay,
shinies.
so I'm going to take my list into the lab and I'm going to grab these flavors. So I can still hear you guys, but I'll be back in a minute.
Let's
Alrighty.
go into the lab.
Going to the
Going to
lab
the
and
lab.
grabbing a basket so I can carry all this shit with me.
Going to the meth lab.
Right?
Yes.
Oh my
Meth
gosh.
lab.
Have you guys ever seen I mean like have you guys ever used menthol crystals?
No, I
They
haven't.
It looks.
totally looks
They
like
look like
meth.
meth. It's meth.
Not just it doesn't look just like it
Uh,
looks like good meth. It's like
I wouldn't
Jen,
know
how
that.
long does he need to steep this banana, Foster?
oh, I hate that
I know you
question
don't steep.
because I don't. I am a
No.
shake and vape person, okay?
Oh,
And
me and you both.
yeah, I'm a shake and vape. That's one of the reasons why I like fruit flavors because they're good to go right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
don't really.
See, I'm going to say 7 days, but I don't know what Jen says, and I would
but
ask her.
again, steeping is a personal preference. Okay,
Yes.
everybody thinks everybody's different. You know, I mean, one person says 3 days, another person will say 2 weeks. It's like it's something you have to figure out on your own because
Yep.
you know it's one of those things. It's like when you get it, try
I love
it.
you, daughter. Yeah, if it's not good, let it go.
Yeah, if it's not doing it for you yet, let it sit for a couple of days and try it again in 3 days. Like it
Yeah, when in doubt, steep it out.
and and then it's like if it's still not good enough for you, and the thing is too now, I mean, some people will say, that steeping made all the difference, that it tasted like shit to begin with. In my experience, if it tastes like shit to begin with, it's going to taste like
It's
shit in
gonna
three
taste like
days.
shit forever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but there is an exception to that because what was that the lemon tart that I did? Because I know on my group I was talking about I bought that Kim Novatic lemon
Yeah.
wafer and the
Yep.
lemon. And I didn't like it. I threw it in a drawer and I was like, yeah, this is crap. But I pulled it out 2 weeks later, and that one was actually, it needed to steep, because when you first vaped it, it was like, oh my God, it was just too dark.
That's like anything I mix with banana.
Yeah.
I might, right off the shake, I might give it a rip, and then I'll throw it in a drawer, and I'll come back to it like 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. But that one with the chemnobatic stuff, I learned my lesson on that, because it's really good, but it was not, it was just too harsh, I think, the lemon was too harsh, the wafer part was too forward, and then it kind of, it did settle down. And it may be crap after a month, it may be totally gone if it keeps settling down. So I don't know.
I am not finding my maple syrup. Where the hell are you?
Popcorn.
Vanilla butternut.
Yeah, I was trying to make something the other day and I couldn't find like 3 of my flavors. I've got to redo my drawers again. They're such crap right now. Because I bought like 50 flavors and I have no room for them. So I need to buy a new storage system.
Well, then I go ahead yesterday or Tuesday, let's say Thursday or Tuesday, I went ahead and just bought a bunch of like crap that I may use someday, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
When that river supply 50% off, I was like, well,
Yep.
a 60 ml bottle of this garbage flavor might be good for $2.85.
It might taste better at that price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what unfortunately happened to one of our customers. She went to get the Clockworks custard, didn't realize she had to pick a size, so she bought 2 of them. But when you don't pick a size, it defaults to the smallest size, which is 10 mils. And she sent me a text, and she's like, "I sent you an order for that Clockworks custard." I was like, she's like, "I couldn't believe how cheap it was." I'm like, "Yeah, that's because you ordered 2 10 mils."
You need it. You need the bigger bottles. You're gonna want bigger bottles.
She's like, "Oh my God, can you add another bottle, please?" Yes, I can do that.
So how many, because it's got so much, since it's what, 23 or 27, is that what you said?
27, she said.
So how much is a 30 ml bottle going to make?
Basically 100 mil.
100 mil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I should have bought more, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll buy more. Don't sell it.
Just buy a gallon. Take financing, buy a gallon, be done.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't even know how much I would charge for a gallon of that shit.
It's so good though. And I know it sounds like I'm hyping, but I miss this. When it left, I was really just like devastated. I tried to clone that for, 2 years, because I was like, man, I can make this. I could never make it. I couldn't even get close.
You won't.
Yeah. I know. I'm just going to suck it up and buy it.
When I saw this recipe, I was like, oh, hell no.
What the hell were you thinking, boy?
I mean, just, whoa.
So he just had a lot of time on his hands and perfected that recipe.
I think it was, you know what? I think he probably did what we're doing right now. He just threw everything at the wall.
Here, see if that works. Stuck. I've done that before.
I mean, he just went through every single flavor he had and just said, this is creamy, 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 this is creamy.
Yeah. Throw this in there, throw that in there, see what happens.
But that was one of his best-selling ones, too, if I'm not mistaken. The Clockworks. Okay. Well, at least it was to all of us custard heads.
All right. So, well, Frank's not on the screen now, but if you guys
want to I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying you're not on the screen. Like, you're not.
Oh, okay.
I don't have you on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So, do you guys want to? I don't want to mix by volume, by weight. I want to mix by volume, guys.
Do you?
So, I'm going to do by volume. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hunting for. I can't find my damn TFA maple syrup unless I pulled it out. Unless I pulled it out already.
No, I didn't grab the maple. I wasn't doing maple syrup.
So now I'm looking by default. I'm looking for my FA one. Just saying, what the hell? Just put that in instead.
I mean, yeah. If you go by the 120 price and then like multiply it by how much it would take to be a gallon, I'm actually surprised it's not more than $440. But
yeah, I better not go that far. Maybe I should just stick to, buying it every once in a while.
Or just get enough to make a gallon.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So a third, Yeah, it's maybe only be $100 or $150.
Yeah, guys, you just don't realize how much shit is in it. All right, so I'm using the LDPE bottles because they're squishy. We like squishy,
Squishy.
squishy, squishy, squishy. And so, like I said, since I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know what interacts with what, because these are flavors I've never used. Well, not all. I mean, some of them I've used before, obviously, but most of these flavors I've never used before. So I don't know how strong they are, and I don't know how they're going to interact with other flavors. So I'm just making an equal amount of all of it, which comes out to be about zero point 0.6 milliliters per flavor. That's for all 7 flavors. And
Okay,
it's going to get me where I need to go.
let's
All
party.
right, so first up is Flavor West's kettle corn. Always shake 120 to make a gallon. I don't think so. I don't think so, Dyer. All right, so again, 0.6. And like I said, I'm doing this by volume because
It's
that's
been
how
a
they.
while. I want to see it because I was telling you the other day I don't even know if I could do that anymore.
Well, now, okay, guys, so this is what I do is I buy these Preston adapters from medidose.com, medidose.com. They have 4 different sizes, and this doesn't work if all of your flavors are in bottles like this, okay? Because this is like I have like small, medium, large, and extra large, and this is the medium size, okay? So you've got to have a wide mouth on your bottles for this system to work. So it definitely doesn't work for little bottles like this. If you're buying a bunch of little 10, 15, 30 ml bottles of flavoring, weight is going to be the way to go. All right. But if you do have larger bottles like this, I mean these Preston adapters, this is, I mean, all you should see my shelves look like little armies of this with
Yeah.
all these little syringes on top. Okay. So that was 0.6 of the kettle corn. We're going to use Higgy's creme brulee.
Woot, woot. Which you can buy at higgysigs.com,
Which you
Steve.
can buy at higgy6.com and get 10% off. Look at this, right, right here,
10% off.
10% off. I'm doing this backwards here. Hang on, right there, using coupon code Mixin, 10% off of your. All right, so 0.6 of. Oh, let's do this right here. Of Higgy's creme brulee, which I ain't telling you what's in that.
The
This is mine,
creme brulee.
but it's really good. Let's see, 0.6 of TFA's brown sugar, which is very
Brown
dark.
sugar, how come you look so sweet?
I know, yeah, you said that the other one was super heavy with brown sugar too. I don't even know what cornbread, well, I know what bread pudding is supposed to taste like. I don't know about cornbread pudding. It's weird.
I'm
This
just
is
thinking
going to
it's
be better.
cornbread busted up into vanilla pudding. I don't know.
There you go. Which would be really nasty if you think about it.
Now here's my Flavor West funnel cake, which you can see is smack fucking full. I've never used it. I literally just opened it. Shake, shake, shake.
Is it like tar
Sonora.
black or?
It's pretty dark. I mean, it's not tar black, but it's well, I mean, you can see it's dark. All right, let's get out 0.6 of that. And I love me some funnel cake, people. Oh my God, I love me some funnel cake. All right, TFA's movie theater popcorn. Again, look at this, slap full. I've never used it. I bought it for a friend who said he wanted popcorn flavored e-liquid, and then he never followed up on it. So I have it, and I never used it. All
Oh,
right,
don't you hate when that happens? You
all
buy
right.
something for somebody, and they ghost you, and you're like, all right, well, I'm stuck with this shit now.
Yeah, he's stuck on my hula fruits anyway. He doesn't really want. He was just talking out his ass. He didn't care. All right, so I got Loran's vanilla butternut. This one is
Butternut.
a super dark flavor. This one's like tar. It always has been like tar though. Like it's really dark.
Oh yeah, that is dark, but it smells so good.
I can't even see
God,
the
it
tick
smells good.
marks. I can't even see the tick marks
Oh
on that.
no, it's like coffee, babe.
It is really dark. And of course, for Miss Thang's favorite,
Woot.
the Flavor's vanilla pudding.
That's the real love of my life.
It really is. I think she likes it more than she does her husband.
Yeah.
Oh, I can definitely vouch for that one.
Yep. Yep.
Let's just say if Brandon or Bryson would move to Alabama and bring just vanilla pudding, oh
That's
yeah,
it.
his ass would be out.
Yep.
Yep. It's like, I'm divorcing you
It's
tomorrow, honey.
all about the pudding.
Out of here.
Pudding.
I'm out of here. All right, now I am going to cheat. Okay, guys.
She's cheating.
I am going to cheat. Normally I would take the time to put the nicotine and the PG and the VG in separately. But for those of you who want to make this easy on yourselves, I just make a
Unjuiced.
big old bottle of unflavored. You know, this is 3 milligram 3070 blend. It's not really a 3070 blend. It's actually a more like a 1585 blend, because when you add in that 15% flavoring, that's going to make it 3070. Okay, so this is pre-made 3 milligram 3070 unflavored e-liquid. So I just grab this and just fill this bad boy up.
Yeah,
Make
that's
it
what
happen.
we call that unjuiced.
Unjuiced.
I call it
Unjuiced.
base. It's like
Yep.
base.
It's unflavored base, exactly.
Yep. So you can see
I
this
still
is
I
very
still never
dark.
got around to making that. I should do it, but
I should too, but I don't.
I have like an army of these bottles on my work table.
That's gonna be dark.
It is gonna be dark. Look at that shit. Aw. Okay.
All right.
I mean, this can be as dark as Atlanta on a Friday night.
Hey now.
Dark as my soul. There we go.
Wow, that is
Oh,
pretty
I
golden.
would need a soul for that.
Oh, come on.
I sold
Wow.
mine years ago.
Oh, wow. That is dark.
Yeah, it's pretty mahogany there.
It's party.
But you know what I didn't, or we haven't done yet, is from my D3 from last week, is we'd have to try the toffee cheesecake.
Yes.
That's been
Because
sitting here for a
it's
week.
not on my desk.
It's not on the desk. It literally just walked out the door about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
No, it didn't walk out the door. I'm sorry. It didn't walk out the door because David hasn't made your coffee yet.
That's right. We're waiting on my coffee, guys.
But it's sitting in shipping right now, waiting to be sent out to Miss
Yeah, that's
Michelle.
okay. Is he making half calf?
Yes.
Did he do it? Oh my God, he loves me, doesn't he? He's
does.
making me some half calf.
He does. All right, so we're good. This is the toffee cheesecake from last week that we made, guys. So we're gonna try this out. Well, that's not cool. Did the battery die?
Uh-oh.
No, it didn't die.
No.
Oh, it just needs to get warmed up a bit.
Yeah. Do you know what I figured out today?
What's that?
My banner behind me. Now look at Jenn's banner. I have the vinyl banner behind me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The masks are upside down.
Oh, you just hung it upside down. Okay.
I hung it upside
Oh,
down.
yeah.
But we can't even see that part, so it doesn't matter.
Well, that's good. All you see is a little ribbon, right?
Yeah, and it sort of matches
Okay.
with the background. So.
Yay. Yay.
I just got to ask
Happiness.
what I'm going to season the chicken breast with. What kind of seasoning I'm going to put on. I'm just like,
Chicken.
I can take these out.
No.
See, normally I say make sure you wear gloves, guys, but of course, some of the flavoring did kind of come off under my gloves. But flavoring is not going to hurt you. Okay.
No.
no.
Flavoring is not going to kill you. It's
Say
nice to
100
have your
milligram
gloves
net,
on
or 250
whenever.
net.
Yeah, it's nice to have your gloves on if you're using flavoring, because then it keeps your hands from smelling like whatever it is you get all over you. But the real reason you wear gloves is for that nicotine.
The nicotine.
Now, I wasn't handling, I mean, I did handle some nicotine. There's some nicotine. This is only 3 milligram. Okay, you could drink this and it wouldn't hurt you. Okay. Don't.
But don't.
Don't. You could. I said you could. That doesn't mean you should. Okay. Don't drink this. But this is only 3 milligram. This is a pre-mixed 3 milligram solution. It's not going to hurt you. Okay, you could bathe in this and it's not going to hurt you. Again, don't.
No bathing in it. I mean,
no
there's
bathing
much
in
better
it. No
things to do with
drinking it. You can vape it, but it's not going to hurt you. That's my point. Okay, this is not toxic.
You
Well, you
look
can bathe in straight
toxic.
VG, you know,
You can
A
get the
bathe in
VG
VG
straight
pool
pool.
VG.
going.
Again, I wouldn't, but you can. Okay, you can drink straight VG. Again, I mean, it's very sweet actually. I mean, I
Yes.
try it all the time, but it tastes like straight VG tastes like those concoctions you get at the dentist office. That's exactly what VG tastes like. You know, those sweet concoctions that they kind of like, put things
Yeah.
in. That's what VG is,
Yeah.
straight up VG.
Yeah.
PG is actually very bitter.
Yeah.
Um, if you've ever tasted PG, it is completely inert. You can drink it. You can you bathe in it. You can. I mean, I think the vaccine is made in PG. Actually, the COVID vaccine.
Yes, it is.
You
That's
can.
why we were part of the reason why we had a shortage of PG there
We
for a
have a
minute.
huge shortage of PG. It's so
Leave
bad.
our VG alone.
Oh my God, it's so expensive, people.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, it more than doubled in price. It's crazy.
Yeah,
When
got a
I got to buy,
gallon.
last time I bought two because obviously it's cheaper shipping wise to ship more, right? And so I was running low enough that I bought two drums of VG and one drum of PG, and I mean when he sent me the price, the quote, I was like, whoa, wait a minute,
Yeah, let me
I
recover from that heart attack.
wasn't prepared. And
Bless your heart.
yeah, I was like, and he was like, yeah, he said the PG, well, the VG shortage is from the hand sanitizer, the
Hmm.
uptake in production of hand sanitizer, and the PG is in the production of the COVID vaccine. Yeah, it's just insane. Like,
Wow.
so yeah, the price of that stuff has gone up, and so
Yeah.
please be appreciative of the fact that I haven't raised my prices.
Yeah. Well,
You,
say I
you think
buy
that
this. Go ahead, babe.
you think they're using fresh 2x4s to pack in a crate or something
Oh
because
my
lumber's
God,
Well,
four
and it comes
four
on
lumber.
a
hundred
pallet.
percent.
It comes on a
Well,
pallet
there you
made of
go.
two
It
by
does come on a pallet.
fours.
So yeah.
Yeah, but that's not good lumber though. That price of that crap thing don't go anywhere for pallets.
I know, right? Hi, Panzer. It's nice to see you.
What's wrong with palm VG dyer?
VG in general has supply issues because it's a
Oh,
hand sanitizer.
well, I'm getting mine on Amazon and free shipping with Prime. So
Yeah, be
you can't do
gracious.
that because you got the big ones.
Oh, I get the drums.
Yeah, I get the
50, yeah,
gallons.
55 gallons. Yeah, I get 1 gallon.
Yeah,
So
thankfully I don't make my juice. So
I'm not I don't know, I'm not crazy about the toffee cheesecake, but again, it's not my flavor profile. So
okay, so maybe I'll love it. Maybe.
I mean, it definitely tastes like toffee cheesecake,
Oh, well, then I'm gonna be
which is
happy.
weird because I would totally like chow down on some toffee cheesecake. I mean, I love me some toffee, and I
Yeah.
love me some cheesecake, but and it tastes like toffee cheesecake.
Did we save that recipe on ELR?
Um, I don't have an account at ELR. I don't.
Did I save
I
it?
don't live there.
Oh my God,
I
let me
make
look.
I make my own recipes. I have my own recipe book. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, because you have the cool stuff. I don't think I saved that there, Jen.
Well,
Why
I will
didn't
let
I
you
do
have it.
that?
I'll let you have it.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. All right. So I'm gonna have to. I love the new labels. Is that the Atlanta skyline? It is. Yes, it is the Atlanta skyline. I actually created those labels for GSFA at one point in time. What's the difference between creamy and crunchy? Crunchy is just nuttier. Creamy is more like a smooth peanut butter, and crunchy tastes more like the crunchy peanut butter, which is it's just nuttier. I know when Vapor Joe got those versions, he was like, "What do you mean it's crunchy?" He's like, "Is there like nuts floating in it? What's going on? Is there shit floating in my e-liquid?" No,
Now we know the truth. No,
it's just nuttier.
there's nuts floating in.
It's just a nuttier flavor than the creamy.
You know, say if you can get that crunchy texture, that's you're nailing something good there.
No,
That's
I
hard to
didn't
do.
get the crunchy texture. It's just a nuttier flavor. There are extra nuts involved with the mix of that one.
It's like TFA peanut butter DX is creamier than the regular, and the regular is more drier.
Oh, I love
And
peanut butter. Love it. Love it.
I'm trying to dry
All
this
right.
off.
How was yours, Frank? How did yours turn out?
I'm trying to get past what I was vaping on there, and I keep going through, but
Yeah, see, I'm gonna dry this out and re-wick it, so
that's what I'm. Yeah, see, I'm not. I don't have my tweezers or my scissors up here to re-wick, so I'm just trying to go through it.
So you're just sucking
And
it through.
yeah, and then it's sweet. That 0.5% super sweet, I think, was not necessary by any stretch.
it just sent
It's
me a meme.
always
Oh wait,
it's always necessary. No, but you're right. You use vanilla pudding, right?
you gotta see
Yeah,
this.
I use 1% vanilla pudding.
Yeah, because that stuff is sweet.
You gotta see this.
The maple syrup is. I can taste the maple syrup. I'm
Tell me
not
when
really
y'all
getting
see
much
it.
cornbread. And, oh, let me pull the screen up.
Oh God. Oh Lord, have mercy. Wow.
We know what
Wow.
Sam be saying there.
Mhm. Oh Lord.
Oh, that's great. I gotta give him an LOL.
It's like I've been hooked on these retro commercial videos lately on
Uh-huh.
YouTube. And there was one when Pulp Fiction was coming out, and you see Samuel L. Jackson on there. You're just waiting for him just to come out and say it, you know. It's like, well, we
Yes.
know he ain't doing that, and saying rated R. Of course it is.
I love Samuel Jackson. Yeah. He's cool, dude. Dun, 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 dun. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I am trying to dry out these wicks enough so that I can change out the. I'm vaping on this toffee cheesecake, and it's taking a while to get these wicks dry.
All
Have to
right.
swap RDAs. Oh
See, I
no,
could do all that. I've got like 6 of them. All I've got to do is figure out how to use them.
I mean, I could wick up another RDA, I suppose, but damn, that's just a lot of mess.
definitely not going through with on that one. I'm trying to remember something from last week
Come
that
on, none
was
of
not
y'all
good.
laughed at that. There was 14 people in the room. None of y'all laughed at that. Come on.
You're just not very talkative tonight.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
And again, this would be the drawback of using the .com because this bitch can handle so much juice. It takes a while to make the wicks dry. See, there you go. Dennis laughed. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Black fungus is coming to kill people. Okay, now Simon's just
All right,
saying weird
Simon.
shit.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Is that Resident Evil? Because
Oh.
no, that's the mold. The mold. Sorry, the black mold. I know too much about that. I've been watching my kid play Resident Evil.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I was telling her that
Turn more off.
can I tell him what she told me? She was watching him play the game and she said it gave her nightmares. I was like, that must be a
Yeah.
hell of a graphic game.
It did. Yeah.
Um, because I did not I never did get into the Resident Evil movies, but um, the last one that was made, I think, um, which was back in like I don't know, like 2010 or
It's been a
some,
while.
yeah, somewhere. Anyway, um, I had just started doing Mary Kay, and I had signed up a person to be like on my team. It was the first person I signed up on my team. And she was like, and it was my birthday. And she's like, well, I want to take you out. And I was like, well, that's really sweet. So she's like, let's go to the movies. So she said, let's go see Resident Evil. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Well, I had just recently seen um, Zombieland. Okay. Now,
That was a comedy
Zombieland, if you
though.
have not seen Zombieland, it is an amazing movie.
It's
Totally go see
hilarious.
it. Zombieland 2 is pretty good too. I mean, yeah. I, I
No.
mean, I thought it was I thought it was well done. Um, anyway, I so I had seen Zombieland. So if you haven't seen Zombieland, one of the things that the one of the rules was called the double tap. Okay,
Yeah. Double
don't
Yep.
tap.
don't just shoot them one time. You got to shoot them twice. You got to do the double tap
Right.
because they always come back to
Got a
life,
double
right?
tap.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the theater and I was just making this girl, her name was Aisha, and I was just making her crack up because I kept cracking all these comments, because I mean I think these horror movies are, they're ridiculously cheesy and they're funny to me. Okay, it's like super dark comedy. And so here it was, they're only shooting these things once, right? And I'd go double tap, and
Double
because they
tap.
could come back to life and they would chase after you. You never shoot them once. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? They've never seen Zombieland? Like, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
you
You got
Yeah,
gotta
to
right.
shoot
double
them
tap.
twice.
And every time I would murmur double tap, she would just start cracking up. I mean, she was just dying laughing. And then at the end of the movie, once they got rid of everything and they were kind of all coming out of the woodwork, oh, now what do we do now? How are we going to rebuild? And I went, procreate. She about fell on the floor.
That's great. That's great.
So I was like, you got to approach these things with a sense of humor, Michelle.
I know. But it was so sad. They cut the baby up, and I was just horrified, and I just had horrible nightmares.
Okay, that is traumatizing because I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
don't go look this up if you are that traumatized, if you're
Yeah.
traumatized easily. But there is a cartoon out there that I am ashamed to say my husband introduced me to called Happy Tree Friends. And they
I've
do
seen
shit
it.
like that. They do,
Katie loves it, of course.
they do shit like put babies in garbage disposals and whatnot. It's
Yeah.
just horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
damn, the
Yeah.
way my garbage disposal clogs up all the time now, I can't do that.
right?
No. Just the
Somebody's
idea of, oh
talking
my
I would
about,
need
gosh.
the plunger. I would need to get out the snake. I mean, just get past some of the bone. Yeah, forget
I mean, yeah,
Oh
well,
my-
my garbage disposal clogged for the first time ever. And I was spanked by the plumber said,
oh, yeah.
about stuff that you're not supposed to put down there, which I thought was okay, like eggshells and coffee grounds.
that.
Apparently, you're not
Yes.
supposed to put eggshells and coffee grounds down your garbage disposal.
I didn't know
So
that either, but
no
I
more
don't
I
have
didn't.
eggshells
one.
and coffee grounds. Which I mean,
Yeah,
now
I got yelled at about the coffee grounds, but I didn't know that one until recently.
to be fair though, I've lived in my house for literally 25 years now, and this is the first time I've clogged my garbage disposal. So 25 years of coffee grounds and eggshells, and it took this long for it to clog. So I mean, take that with a grain of salt. Um, but yeah, the problem was is that it backed up and it actually broke the seal and flooded underneath the sink, and it was just a big
Oh,
mess.
geez. Yeah, it is a
Um,
mess.
so well, it was backing up to the sink, and I thought I could use a plunger to just sort of break the clog free, right? And
Mm-hmm.
but then it was just coming up the other side of the sink, and so David
Yep.
had the bright idea to block the one side of the sink and do the plunger, and that just broke the seal and flooded the underneath the area. So it was a big mess. But yeah. Obviously, we need an 8 horsepower Hobart disposal. That would make sense, tire thing. Yeah, if I could get an 8 horsepower disposal, I mean, I could throw whole potatoes down there.
You could throw babies down
I
there.
could
Yeah.
throw babies down
No
there.
babies. No. No. You will break my heart on that one now.
Well, we didn't say baby chicks. We just said babies.
I love babies.
Yeah, she's not having it, dude.
No, anything to do with
Oh my
babies.
God, this is still not dry yet. Come on now. Let's try this out.
That must be strong then.
Yeah, mine's
Meh.
not huge. Nah.
Oh, there it is. It's starting to dry out
Debating
now.
on whether to make a label for it or just chuck it.
Oh no, that bad.
Well, I may let it steep. It may be one
Yeah.
of them ones. It's a grower, not a shower.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's this .com. It holds that much juice. So let's burn some of this off here.
Like we said, the original wasn't good to begin with. So if you were trying to go,
Oh, trying to go better.
yeah.
But I am gonna have to do my doobie roll. That's another reason too. The doobie roll, it holds so much juice.
Oh, my
Oh
hair
yeah.
is so messed up.
Your hair is fine. Look at my hair. I got this weird flip going on one side and this weird curl going on the other. Like, I need to decide if I want to cut my hair or let it grow or what.
Well, yours is beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, what
But
if
it's
you?
definitely in that awkward in between phase where I don't know what to do with it.
I'm trying to understand what Dire Thing is talking about. You obviously need one of the 8 HP Hobart disposals.
Yeah, we're talking about
Oh,
clogging the garbage disposal.
Oh, I don't have one because I live in Burbina, Alabama, and we don't have those things here.
That's she lives out in the sticks, people.
Yeah,
Like seriously out in the sticks.
I mean, I literally have to get well water. So, but we did get a big, huge, this industrial size filter to go on our water well. So it works
Nice.
good.
Here we go. I'll throw a label on it this way. I should have dated it. Oh well.
Yeah, and see if it comes out better.
Yeah.
All right. Taking my wicks. I guess I should be shy. I should put the building cam on so you guys can see that's what I'm doing here.
Building cam.
Building cam.
I have watched you guys build forever, and I still don't know what I'm doing on that. I just think I'm an idiot when it comes to building.
You're not an idiot. See if you'd come out here to visit.
You could teach me.
Yeah. Okay.
Gee, dire thing. I have a dog. Does that count? I have a lab. I can toss it out to him. He's a disposal.
Oh yeah. So's mine.
Yeah, they'll eat anything.
Yeah. The problem is she got a sensitive stomach and she eats everything, and the next thing you know, we're cleaning stuff up.
Oh,
You
well,
don't have the toss it in the woods. You should have a toss it in the woods disposal. You should compost heap or compost pit or whatever.
yeah, we should, but we don't.
I live in a subdivision. I can't get rid of
Oh, I was talking to her. No, I live like 20 miles outside of Atlanta. Like it freaks me out. I would over to my friend's mother's house. Actually, it's not too far from me, and I heard a rooster. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh Lord, yeah.
There's a rooster. It just freaked me out. I'm like, what the hell is a rooster doing here?
It's a
We're in
rooster.
Doraville. What the hell?
Hey,
Hey,
no.
no, what's up?
Well, I'm about to have 3 since somehow they sent me 3 roosters with my other 11 hens, and I'm sure that's going to end up in some cockfight.
I was gonna say, if you don't get rid of 2 of them, you're gonna have issues.
I can't do it. I just can't get rid of my babies. They're just
They
going to have to.
don't tend to like each other, man. They're gonna kill each other. You're
I don't know
sentencing
what
them
to
to
do.
death.
Well, I mean, if I kill them, I'm sentencing them to death too. So I don't.
Well,
know
you don't
what
have to
do.
kill them, sell them, or give them away or something. But
Say, most people don't want cocks, though. They just want the roos.
well,
Boy,
then,
that sounds wrong.
wait, I thought a roo is a cock.
Yeah, the pullets are the chicks. Sorry.
Well, that's just it, though. Well, then, I mean, then you're gonna have to build another coop or something for them. You can't put them
Yeah,
in
and
one.
get some more. I guess get some more. Yeah, that's the reason to get more chickens. Hey, because
You're
I
gonna have
think.
to have 3 coops, though.
Well, I've got 40 acres, but the only bad thing about that is the wood. Having to build more pens.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially right now with lumber being as stupid as it
lumber is
is.
stupid
Yeah.
expensive.
Well, I was seeing where they were turning trampolines upside down and putting chicken wire around it too.
That's cute.
That's an idea.
If you have an extra trampoline hanging
I
around.
do,
Oh,
because the
okay.
boys
Well,
don't use it anymore.
never mind.
Well, they've gotten too big because my boys now are like 6'2" and 6 feet. So
That, look, you need to tell. Okay, look, because they're how old?
the baby is 14 and the other one is 17.
Okay, they are in the most angsty time of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we know this. We know what the teenage years are like. They
Oh yeah,
suck. Okay, and here's the thing. Okay, so you're going to get angsty and depressed, right? Because you're a teenager and all this
yeah.
weird shit is happening to your body. And all these hormones are just flying around your body and you just don't know what to do with them. All this pent up extra energy. Use the fucking trampoline. You know why? You cannot be sad on a trampoline.
Well, yeah, but they're big, baby. That's the whole problem with it. The thing will not hold them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I have big boys.
They are big boys. I've met them.
They're big boys. Yeah.
They're definitely stout.
Yeah. Well, Jerry Bear's
She's over
he's
there
been doing
breeding
pro ball.
football players.
That's exactly what I do. And his coach is like, "Boy, you keep on working, we'll get you into Alabama." And I wish they wouldn't tell that kid that because it's real hard to do. What is it? 1% of kids actually make it to college ball.
Yeah, it's like my daughter's boyfriend. He's being recruited by like half the SEC as a kicker, and he's only a junior.
Really?
Oh wow, so that's cool.
Congratulations.
That's very cool. Well, this will be Jeremy's. He's been playing varsity since 7th grade, and this year is the actual first year that he's in 9th grade, and we'll get to play varsity. So we'll see what he'll do.
I have a customer whose son is an amazing basketball player, and he finally he was being recruited by colleges when he was 16. I mean, like they wanted to like pull him out of high school kind of shit, and they said no, no, no. So they ended up sending him to a prep school in Virginia to finish high school, and
Oak Hill Academy, probably.
yeah, he had all these offers, just crazy offers. From all these colleges. I mean, that was the thing. Like every time he'd come by here, I'd be like, "So where'd you go to this weekend?" He's like, "Oh, we went to North Carolina, we went to Mississippi, we went to
Oh,
Texas,
that's a
went to." And
Yeah, it's this kid. He goes to kicking camps like all over the place, down in Charlotte, down in Florida. He has a private kicking coach that was at the Super Bowl because one of his kickers was in it. He's the kicker for the Panthers is like in his DMs all the time and all this stuff. He's
yep.
like, oh, must.
So he finally accepted. He finally chose to go to Mississippi State. So that is where. So if you guys are basketball fans, especially college basketball fans, and if you root for Mississippi, you got to keep your eye out for Elias King because that is the next
We'll have to
LeBron.
look for him. We will look for him. My
Elias,
husband watches. I'm a football girl, but I only watch Alabama. So whenever they play, I'll watch. Roll Tide.
Yep.
Yeah, well, my Eagles finally started drafting some Alabama players.
Nice.
First time, like the first time they've had a first round pick out of Alabama like in their history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, a lot of them they do great at Alabama, then they go to the NFL and forget about it. They're done.
Yep. Yep. I've seen that.
All right,
And
guys.
the only running back that I know it's ever done anything, at least in recent memory, is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
then
so
he was
let's
a
see
man.
what this
He was a
tastes
man
like.
among boys.
So Frank, you're not going to put yours up, right?
No, I'm gonna
Until
let
you
Steve.
steep it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is rich. Oh. Okay.
That's thick. She be thick, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mine's not quite that dark. It must be your creme brulee must be darker than mine.
No, it's
Yeah, yours is light.
it was between. There's a lot of dark flavors in here. The funnel cake was dark. Brown sugar was dark. The butternut was
Butternut.
dark.
Yeah, my funnel cake's
My
pretty
creme
dark. The
brulee is
rest of
not
it
that
can't
dark.
see.
My creme brulee. It's my creme brulee, so I mean it's.
Yeah. See,
But it's not.
mine's really light. I'm
My
getting
creme
whipped
brulee
cream.
is pretty golden. It's not. Wait, let's see here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's pretty golden. It's not too terribly dark.
All right.
All right. But oh, holy crap, that was rich. It wasn't bad. It was just really rich.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
15% might be.
Might be a little bit much.
Might need to back this one down to 10. Okay, people.
Yeah. Yum.
Holy crap, that was rich. But like I said, I don't know how strong some of these flavors are. Like I don't know how strong
Yeah.
the funnel cake is. I don't know how strong the popcorn is. I know the vanilla pudding is strong, but I mean, I only put 0.6 of a milliliter of each flavor. Like I just did a straight up even.
And that's a 30 ml bottle.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
2%. I mean,
That's yeah, 15%. 15% of the bottle, and then so it's 0.6 of each. It come out to like what 4.2 milliliters total in the bottle. So, all right.
All right. Let's hope and pray.
See that? Woo!
yeah, that cotton just looks dark already, and you haven't even vaped on
It
it.
does.
No, right?
Oh.
All
Do
right.
you use a round wire, or is that looks like a round wire?
It's actually wires that we sell.
Oh, okay.
They're made by Aries JJ, who is an amazing coil builder. They are staggered fused Clapton wires.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm waiting.
All right. Let's move back over here. All right. So you guys.
Yeah, no, my girls love soccer actually. They say the same thing that you do, that soccer should be football. And
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't do much of sports now. I refer to your soccer or your football as football. Kind of get it the because the crowbar definition. You have football, we have football. It's football.
You
They have
play in the
football. We have
foosball.
foosball.
We do
We
have
have
Foosball, boy.
foosball.
foosball.
We don't have like big old. Well, there might be leagues out there for foosball. I have no idea. It's
That'd be
pretty
cool.
popular.
Well, I'm just saying about like Bobby Boucher he played that foosball.
Yeah. You play in the foosball, boy. I love that movie.
And we have to burn off a little bit of that initial because it's never good right out the bottle like that. So you burn off a little bit.
Let's
Oh, it
see.
doesn't smell good.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna vape it.
Oh, I don't think she likes it.
Oh yeah,
No, it's not bad. Um,
that face told me something totally different than what came out of your mouth.
Yeah, I think we're getting a delayed reaction though.
it's I think it's the popcorn flavor. It's kind of giving it a little bit of a bite to it.
Hmm.
Almost a burnt flavor. But the popcorn
Oh,
flavor should be all buttery and shit. But I
Should
don't
be,
know.
yeah.
huh. So are we going back to the drawing board on cornbread?
This is not something I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it does need sweetener. I didn't put any sweetener in mine.
Yeah, but you got vanilla pudding too, didn't you?
I have
Yeah,
vanilla
that's sweet
pudding.
enough.
Well, I mean, this is when I'd have to start playing with the percentages because, like I said, I did straight up
Yeah.
equal parts,
Yeah.
um, which was like, what did it come out to be? Like 2.15% of everything. So this is where I'd start playing with it. I'd probably take that popcorn flavor down because I think that's what I'm tasting. Um, or it might be the kettle corn. I don't know. Because
Which
I,
one
like
have
I
you
said,
not played with before?
most of them.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
have not played with kettle corn, funnel cake, movie popcorn. Um, I have played with vanilla butternut, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, they used to
Um,
use that to make, what was it, donut? Somebody used to try to make donut out of that.
Huh.
Back in 2015, I remember somebody doing that, which is the reason I bought it,
it
but I
just
couldn't
has
get
this.
it.
I guess I expected it to be sweeter,
Yeah,
and
because
it
it,
and it's not. Um, I don't know. Like I feel like it's the popcorn that's the problem, but I could be wrong.
it's got a lot of dark flavors. Yeah,
It's
but you
Yeah.
not
haven't.
offensive. I mean, that's the thing. It's not offensive.
Mine, I'm just not getting a whole lot of flavor at all. I
Oh,
mean, I
I'm
have
getting
a
a
ton
lot of
of flavor in
flavor.
it.
I'm getting
I don't
definitely
know if
getting
it's
a lot
just
of
because
flavor.
I'm trying to go over this lemon cookie I had in there, and I think I'm just struggling to get past it.
That's why you got to put fresh wicks on.
I know, but I mean, like I say, I got cotton up here, but I ain't got nothing to freaking cut off. I need. I saw a little portable set today. When the little Coil Master kits I should grab. I could probably get the
Yes.
same thing on Amazon or something for a quarter of price.
I actually took the foam inserts out of this because I had all these extra tools, and I wanted to be able to put them in a case. So I took the foam inserts out and I just like piled all the tools in here. So now
Yeah.
now it closes, and I'm very happy about that.
I
Um,
have one of those. Don't know what I'm doing with it, but I have one.
Yeah, I have mine crammed with extra tools that didn't come with it and stuff.
um,
But
but yeah, I'm trying to play. Like I said, there's like I want to, I don't want to say it's a bitter taste. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to throw this in with your stuff tomorrow, Michelle, and you can try it.
Okay.
You probably
I'm
want to put
always up.
you probably want to put sweetener in it. I know you and your sweetener. You probably want to put
Yeah, I'm a,
sweetener in it.
I
I'm a,
mean, I'm vaping it pretty hot too. I got a low ohm building here. I got a .08.
I'm at
Still only 90 watts.
0.27 at 60 watts. So
Yeah, you're getting more power to yours because I'm only at 2.8 volts. But
yeah, I'm at 4.02 volts. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's burnt. It's burnt shit, Peter. It's just I don't know. Like it's. I expected it to be. I guess I expect because I mean I know what bread pudding tastes like. Bread pudding is very sweet. So I
yes,
probably should have put some sweetener in it. Maybe I don't know.
because like 101 makes a bread pudding that I can just go 10% and a little bit extra sweetener and go to town.
Good old Toolmasters, the worst snips in the history of metals. Okay. Okay.
But Michelle, you couldn't vape that bread pudding because it definitely has a cinnamon note.
oh no, 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 no.
So you
Yeah,
can't
that
do
was.
any kind of cinnamon, not even a cinnamon pastry.
I used to do them all the time, Jen. And then something happened to where every time I vape them now, I just cough. And I even with the cream de mint by Flavor, which is really, really a light mint, it makes me cough too.
Hmm.
So cinnamons and mints.
Cinnamon and mint, and I can't taste chocolate. So there's my hang-ups in vaping. Chocolate tastes like liquor.
I've sent her. I've sent her my chocolate. And
Mhm.
but so I got vindicated because I definitely got, somebody who recently was just like, yeah, bring on the chocolate. You do chocolate so well, which is awesome. But I
It's
sent
just
them to her
something
and
weird.
she can't do chocolate.
I mean, I can do it. It's just going to taste like Lady Godiva chocolate liquor instead of what chocolate should taste
Well,
like to
what's
me.
wrong with that?
I'm not a liquor person. I
Peter
like my
says it
bourbon.
needs less corn, more pudding. And I agree with you there. I think it's either the kettle corn or because the kettle corn should be sweet. Let me smell it. The kettle corn
Yeah.
Yeah.
is a no, that's a sweet flavor. I can smell it.
They can't all be winners, doggone it.
But that let me smell the movie theater popcorn. Let's see what that one smells like. See, that smells good. It smells all buttery and shit.
Well,
The funnel cake better be sweet. I mean, go on, it's funnel cake for crying out loud. Let's see here. What is this?
And the
what does it
101
smell like?
cornbread,
Oh, I
the
just spilled it
cornbread
on
def
me.
the cornbread definitely has a buttery note to it.
What the
The 101,
000?
yeah, 101 cornbread.
Ren's got us all doing 000 now. Sorry. 000.
Ugh, I got it on my
Oh,
face.
oh, oh.
It was very full, guys. I
Well,
spilled.
what does that one smell like, Jen?
Which one? The funnel cake?
Yeah, the funnel cake.
That's what I just got all over me.
I know you should smell that one really good now.
It doesn't smell bitter either, so I don't know what.
No, it's not.
Well,
Let's see
what could
here.
it be?
What about
You
the
definitely
butter?
don't get you don't get a fried note from that funnel cake though. It's almost like funnel cake batter.
Huh.
I wonder if it's this butternut. It's kind of old.
I don't know.
This
I don't think
smells.
I've.
This vanilla butternut actually smells very licorice like. Um, I know it's not the brown sugar. That's not very old at all.
Too, I mean, maybe taking that one down to. I don't think I've ever used it over 1%.
Does the movie popcorn have the fake yellow butter smell though? Movie theater
Mm,
butter is weird with sweets to me. Yeah, it kind of does.
mm.
Let me smell that again.
Yeah, because mine's not dark at all. Mine's just a golden.
What is that?
That's the mix.
Oh,
That's
your
the
mix.
cornbread. Yeah, so it's pretty light.
This has that. I think it might be this.
Uh-oh.
And that's 12.5% flavoring in there.
It's very buttery.
Wow.
I don't know. I'll have to try it on fresh wicks, and I'll give it a nap. I'll let it do
So
its thing
big
over the
old
weekend,
fail.
and
It's okay.
And
They
it
can't
does
all be
happen, guys.
winners.
I know It's so funny because a lot of times I make up these mixes, and I mean with the flavors that I use all the time, I'm very, very, very familiar with how they work and how they interact with other flavors. So I can I can do a pretty good guesstimate and get a pretty good mix right off the bat. Be like, oh, it's so easy. You always do such a good job. No, 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 no. People, I fail a lot. You just don't see it. I don't do it on camera.
We don't release those recipes.
Yeah, I don't sell those.
Well, to be fair, I didn't like cornbread pudding to begin with, so my feelings aren't terribly hurt.
Well, and I said I've never even tried the cornbread pudding. I might have nailed it here and not realize it.
You
Okay,
may have, because you may not like it.
that's very, very possible. I mean, guys,
Mhm.
I'm not a creamy vapor. Um, and I have, but and like I said, I wouldn't even if I was a creamy vapor, I don't think I would go after cornbread pudding. I might go after bread pudding. I love bread pudding. Bread pudding is amazing.
Love
So
that.
Live Lounge says I've started using sweet rice and butter as a constitute.
Flavor
Popcorn
Express.
doesn't transfer well for me. All I get off notes
Of
and
notes and
card.
cardboard, I'm guessing this means.
Oh, okay. Off notes and cardboard. That would make sense. And that yeah, so I really feel like it might be the popcorn that's doing this. I mean, if I was to remix this, I'd probably take the popcorn out. Um,
Yeah.
the popcorn was probably a stupid idea. But hey, we were throwing everything at it
Heck
and
Yeah.
seeing what
yeah.
happened. And this is what
Di-
happens.
Dire, if it's a real thing, I never ever want to try it.
Is this a real food? I've never run into corn. I have never tried corn. No, I've never even heard of cornbread pudding, to be honest with you.
No.
I have heard of bread pudding,
Yes.
and
Bread
I've
pudding would
had
be
bread
good.
pudding, and it's so good. I don't even know how you make it. It's just so good. But
Oh yes.
corn, because I'm just not a big fan of cornbread. I
Well,
can eat.
if it was real cornbread, we could stick it with some buttermilk, and that would be good. I would bake that.
Yeah, see, and corn. There's people love cornbread and buttermilk. I'm not. Yeah, not. I'm
Yeah.
not. You can take my Southern card away if you have to, but
I'm too Yankee for that.
No, I can't eat it at all now. But that, yeah, I used to like it.
now I can handle hush puppies, y'all, because those are deep fried.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, deep
Ooh,
fried cornbread, because well, my problem with cornbread is that it's so dry, and it's very difficult
Yes.
to not be dry. I mean, if I am eating cornbread, I have to literally like just put gobs and gobs of butter on it and get it all
Mm-hmm.
melted into it to eat it. But
yeah.
now hush puppies, on the other hand, I mean, those are little balls of cornbread that have been deep fried, and I can handle that. They're yummy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, dire. I think I'd throw up if it was real cornbread.
Cream cheese. See, I didn't think about cream cheese icing. I guess we could have tried cream cheese icing. I have cream cheese
Yeah.
icing.
But I'm
Loran's
just thinking
makes it great.
cornbread, real cornbread, and then using cream cheese icing. That would be so freaking nasty in real life.
Oh no, no.
Ugh.
Well, and this is loosely related. You said the cream cheese icing is what remind. I was in Ashland, Kentucky, visiting Miss Kia. You guys know Kia, and um, we went to like it was a Denny's, and they had. I don't care for red velvet cake, and I know that's
No.
weird. Most people love red velvet cake. I don't care for red
I
velvet cake.
no. I think it's disgusting myself. So we're
Yeah,
in the
it's
same
it
boat.
just has this bitter taste to me that I cannot handle. And however, we were at the Denny's and they were having a promo on these. They were red velvet like hush puppies, basically. Now deep fried red velvet balls dipped in cream cheese icing. Those were amazing.
You're trying to kill my diet, aren't you?
Those were awesome. But regular red velvet cake,
Yeah.
you never. Do they not have red velvet cake over there in England? Um, I don't know.
It's
Like,
just supposed to be like a chocolate cake with
no, it's
it's
strawberry or it's
well now
red. It's
the
I
not
way
thought it was
that
chocolate.
we
just
make
chocolate
it
cake with like
is
red food
it's
coloring.
and sour cream goes into the cake mix.
Which I love sour cream cakes. Like
Yeah.
sour cream cakes are the bomb for me, but I
Yeah.
don't like red velvet. There's just a bitter
My
taste to
husband,
it.
he won't touch it either. He had an incident where he thought he was tinkling blood. over a red
Oh,
velvet
really?
cake. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
You have to eat a lot of red velvet
You would
cake for
have
that
to
to
eat a
happen, folks.
lot of red velvet cake for that.
A lot.
That reminds me of somebody I knew once who freaked out and called her vet because her ferret started pooping blue.
What did he eat?
Turns out the ferret got into one of the drawers and ate all the little sugar letters that little sugar letters that you put on birthday cakes
Oh, that's hilarious.
that are
Bless its
blue.
heart. Bless its heart.
And oh, she was freaking out. She's like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do? My ferret's pooping blue." Yeah.
Poor little baby.
At least it wasn't
Oh,
pooping blood, so I think she'd be all right.
I
yeah,
know,
it
right?
might
But
work.
like, can you imagine like seeing your pet pooping blue
No,
all
I
the
would
time?
freak out.
Imagine if you go out to your chicken coop and all there's like
No,
blue poop everywhere.
no. It's bad enough with a brown. Thank you.
If these idiots start pooping blue, I just look at them like, all right, admit it. Who got into what?
What did you
Yeah.
eat? What did you eat?
And they would
One
just
of my
Oh.
look at me,
chickens does
they'd
lay
put their
a.
heads down, and be like, I'm sorry.
One of my chickens does lay a colored egg, so she's an Easter egger.
What? Explain.
Easter eggs. Her eggs can be light green or light blue.
What?
Yeah, they're called Easter egg chickens.
When are they going to start laying
Alrighty.
eggs? Because I need proof of this.
Well, they say they start laying in 5 months, so we've got a few months to go.
I need proof of this. If you
You know I'm
have
going to
green
get you
and blue
pictures.
eggs, I
I'm going to
need to
have
see
pictures.
this.
Yes, that's what they do though. They're all their eggs will be that color. They'll all be colored.
Very soon.
Okay, thanks for hanging out, Live Lounge. It's good to see ya.
I live
Oh my gosh.
and oh my gosh,
Green
there
and
it
blue
is.
eggs.
Yeah,
Now what? How? I don't even know if I should ask. How does that happen?
I don't know. It's just the color eggs they lay. You can look them up. They're called Easter eggers.
I'm gonna have to
You
research
know my
this.
little Bloom, the one I showed you that's so pretty. She's an Easter egg layer.
The one with the fabulous hair?
Well, she's the one that's kind of white with the brown and the yellow, and she's always up in my face. Every photo we
Sweet.
take. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Well, I hope y'all
Well,
aren't picking up on sounds.
no, the icing is usually a cream cheese icing, so it's white.
Yeah.
But the cake itself is very, very red. Even
Yeah,
and
they
it's not pure chocolate though. There's just no way it's pure
no,
chocolate.
No, it's
they
not pure.
take cocoa and they put that in there, and then they put the sour cream in with the flour and everything.
It's like a I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the food coloring. I don't know.
It could
That's what I'm
be.
tasting, the bitterness. But there's just a bitter bite to it, an aftertaste that I hate about red velvet cake. And
What could be the cocoa itself is bitter if they do it too much.
I don't know. I just don't like red velvet cake. And it's David doesn't like cheesecake. I mean, yeah, we all have our things. I mean, I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
not American for not liking
Yeah,
cheesecake,
that's
but
yeah.
love cheesecake.
The kicker I was telling you about. Yeah, he doesn't like cheesecake either. I'm just like, yeah, you can get the hell out of my house.
I know, like, well, yeah, and you're from New Jersey, so I mean, cheesecake is definitely more prevalent up there, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
his family's from like Florida, so they're all mixed up.
But yeah, David
Cheesecake.
doesn't do cheesecake.
You couldn't live here. There's always cheesecake.
I know, cheesecake is
To be
great.
fair, I make my own cheesecake, so
I went to college with this guy, and he would make, I don't even know how this cheesecake he would make was so stupid rich, I couldn't even
Ooh,
eat it. It's not that it wasn't
nice.
good, it was just so rich. It's like one bite of it just settled like a rock in your stomach.
yeah, I
It
like the
was,
cheesecake that's so dense that it'll break a plastic fork.
yeah, like that's what this stuff was
That's
like.
rich.
I mean, it was
That's
just
what
so rich.
that's real cheesecake. I used to get it in Brooklyn at this little bakery that would open at like 5 in the morning. I would deliver my cars and stop there on my way back out of town, and oh my god, it was so good. I would use it to bribe the dispatcher to get a better load.
So you're
Oh,
a truck driver. You drive
Yeah, I haul cars.
haul cars. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you know that big railhead that's not far from you in Lawrenceville,
No.
off of when you take that one road in, was it 316 or whatever?
316. Okay.
And you get to 29, you turn right, and it's on the right hand side.
All right. I don't usually make it up that way. I mean, I live on 29, but it's 29, like where 29 crosses 316 is like way out there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I go there every once in a while if they hate me because I hate working out of that yard.
Love that Atlanta traffic, do you?
Oh, I have a friend of mine. He's been begging me to come work for him at this other place that's up in Commerce. And I'm like, dude, I am not dealing with the crap you deal with every day. It doesn't pay enough. That 85 corridor, he either has to deal with, all the construction up in South Carolina on 85, or he's got to deal with
Hmm.
Atlanta. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm,
I live here. I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Well, I am happy to be in the
285.
boonies.
See, but I mean, it took you like an hour just to get to the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. But I
This
don't
is
have to
it.
deal with people.
I know, but I'm like, that's where I love where I live because everything is right here. I could spit on everything I need. Okay, there is a
Yeah.
Walmart that's spitting distance. There's a Home Depot that's spitting distance. There's a Kroger that's spitting distance. There are, I mean, every kind of restaurant you can think of. Everything. If I if I had to, for some reason, if could never go more than a mile from my house, I would never want for anything.
That was one thing
Everything.
I liked about New Jersey was, I if I had to, I could just walk everywhere and be fine.
Yeah, everything is within a mile of my house. Literally. It's
Everything
awesome.
here is at least a 30-minute drive away.
Yeah, I
At
can't.
Yeah,
least.
you're way out there.
Like you have to
Yeah.
make sure you have enough gas in your
Oh, yeah.
car before you come
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
because you could run out just trying to go to the store, kind of thing.
And you
Like,
do not want to run out on this road because it's pitch black at night with creatures coming after you.
no, 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 no.
No,
Can't deal. I can't even deal. Just no, no, no.
no. If I break down, I just sleep in my car and wait till morning. I would too.
Call
There's
your
no way.
husband. Won't he come get you?
Oh, well, yeah, but there's a dead zone on my road too. So,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the stuff horror movies are made out of.
You have a
Well,
cell
yeah,
phone dead zone? Okay,
yes.
that's too
It's
much.
we call it wrong turn out here.
That's too much. I cannot
Yeah.
handle it. That is too much.
Now on top of the mountain, it works great, but down below where I'm at, about 2 miles either way, it's totally dead.
I couldn't deal. I'm a
Yeah.
city girl.
I was too at one time.
I'm a city girl. I gotta be a city. I think Frank's a city boy too. He's
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I said, I used to be able to hop in the car, 10 minutes, I'm across the bridge, I'm in South Philly, doing whatever I needed to do.
Country girls can survive, y'all.
because that's the south side of Jersey, right? That's
Yes.
near Trenton.
South of
Yeah,
Trenton, yeah.
Yeah.
no, that's about right. Nope. Nope.
The Nope Rope. Nope Road.
Yeah.
You have the tire changing gun.
Oh, I have a gun now. I don't go anywhere without
I'm
a
sure
gun.
she's got a gun.
Yeah, I've had a bobcats, black bears, cougars, snakes. Yeah, you're gonna have a gun where I live.
Oh my God. I think it's crazy when we see coyotes around here.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
right?
coyotes. Of course, we have coyotes, but yeah, they're not the biggest predator up here. And we have
Do
seen. Go ahead.
Oh, Simon was saying do a blueberry raspberry slush for the show. I have that. Well, maybe not the blueberry part, but I do have a blue raspberry slushy that is available for purchase. It's called Blue Saber. You can find
Blue
it on the
saber.
Higgy Figs website. I should put
Thank
that link
y'all
in the
again.
room, shouldn't I?
Here, you got it.
I got it. So you can find Blue Saber at higgy6.com. It is a blue raspberry slushy. That was also designed by our good friend Aries. He's the raspberry guy. Like I said, I thought that my aversion to raspberry was the whole like beaver butt thing, but no, I actually I went somewhere and they had out like a fruit platter, and I ate some raspberries off of it. And I'm like, I just don't like raspberries.
Oh,
Just don't care for them. I
I'm
love
sorry.
blackberries.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
I love
Just don't.
raspberries and blackberries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't. Raspberries just don't do it for me. So, but yeah, so our raspberry flavors, and I don't think any of them are designed by me, because I don't do raspberry. But we have our Aries Ram, which has got raspberry in it, Raspberry Buster, and or no, we don't know. Raspberry Buster is not on the site because it's flammable. It's not
Can't have it
okay.
flaming up.
It's flammable. But raspberry mocha is one I think, and the David designed that one. He said there's something magical that happens when you put raspberry in coffee. So
I
um,
bet. I like raspberries, but I only eat berries. That's the only fruit I eat. So
I'm more of a tropical fruit person, like mango,
well,
kiwi.
it's not keto, so you only get the berries.
Tropical's not keto?
You can only have berries and lemon and lime. That's it.
Oh, see, this is why I
Yeah.
can't do keto. I love
Yeah.
fruit. I gotta have my fruit.
Yeah.
Koi
A lot
dogs,
of the
okay. Coyotes,
uh,
koi dogs.
what's a koi dog? I guess
Yes,
coyote dog, right? Yeah.
which are much worse than coyotes. Big cats and maybe one bear in the area growing up. Tire changing gun was real. Well, hello, Miss Susan.
Hi, Mom.
You
You're coming, and I'm fixing to have to leave. And she just
gotta
shows up.
go.
Yeah.
I've been
You know
telling her
why I
to
have to go.
just excuse herself and say, hey, I gotta go, but she's
I
still
know.
talking.
I can't help it. I love
I,
hanging out with you,
I
and I
just
love
spent the
hanging
last
out with
10 minutes.
Frank.
I just spent the last 10 minutes trying to find a flavor. I just said, screw it, I'm omitting it from a recipe because I can't fucking find it.
That's what I do. All right. Well, I really am gonna go, guys, before I have to deal with World War III.
Well, we love
Yeah.
you.
I love you.
And
Love
we'll
Yeah,
be
I have
wrapping
to.
the
Thank you,
we should
Frank.
wrap this up. Yeah, thank you for joining us, Frank. And
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
if you
having
want to
me. I
come
mean,
on anytime, any Thursday, we'd love to have you. It's
yeah, this is
always
a rare occurrence for me to actually be home and not be
On the
doing a
road.
million things right now. And I was going to shoot a video, then I saw you guys were going live, and I hit up Michelle. I was like, hey, let me pop
We
in
love you.
because I'm not doing anything this weekend because I'll be out of town, so there'll be no content on the channel this week.
What?
okay.
Yeah, I
You're
gotta go to
leaving me hanging?
I gotta go to Jersey. I gotta go do a family reunion thing,
Joycey,
and
I gotta go to
then
Joycey.
Josie.
go
All right.
get
I
some real
love you
food.
guys. I've got to run.
We love you. Mwah.
Big hearts, Michelle.
It's love.
So what's up in Jersey? Your family?
Yeah, yeah, I've got doing it's like I guess a post Ronies reunion type thing. Everyone's finally getting together and not having to worry about masks and everything. So
Oh yeah. Look, okay. There was a meme I sent to my husband. It's hilarious. Last night. Let me just pull it and see if you can see it on my phone.
I still I still see a lot of people that I wish were still wearing masks. I'm like, I forgot how ugly you were.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna see if you can read this. It says at the top. If you just do what I say, maybe you can have a tiny barbecue with your family on the 4th of July. And then it says, Texas, y'all stopped barbecuing?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yep. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we've gone so conspiracy theory because we can't trust anything anymore. That it's like,
You
are they
can't.
letting everyone get their guard down so they can so it ends up blooming back up again, and then he can shut it all down again and say, "I told you so."
But no, you can't. You just can't even
No,
trust
it's
any of
time to
it.
live. I know it's time
I'm
to
just,
live. I mean,
I hate this. And here's proof positive that uh, like on a weekly basis, actually more like on a daily basis, I'll say I'm just like I hate the world we live in. And because I do. Like I'm
oh, that's like last night. My wife started watching that one on Hulu. Was on Hulu now, The Handmaid's Tale.
oh, yeah, I haven't seen that. I've seen a lot
Let's
of
just
people
say
post about it.
some of the stuff in that show you can almost picture it happening where like there's no cash anymore, everything's all basically all crypto, and
Yeah.
basically what the government did in this series is they decided that all the women were not allowed to own anything anymore. So they shut off every woman. They killed all their bank accounts.
Oh
They were
my
all fired
God.
from their jobs. They were all basically enslaved. I'm just like, what the hell am I watching?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's funny because going back to like the retro commercial thing, I was telling my wife, and it's like I'm watching these ones from like the '70s, and it's like a coffee commercial, and it's the announcer telling the wife, you make this coffee for your husband, and he'll love you better. It's basically it's like instead of it's like
Right.
all subservient bullshit, and I'm just like, oh right, yeah, this stuff would not fly in today's world. But then you see that, and it's like, what that? I mean, they're like them just the government just shutting everybody down and making everyone totally dependent on them. I could see that happening over this
They're
next four
trying.
years. Yeah,
No,
they're
they're
trying hard
trying.
for it. Why do you
But
think nobody
here's
wants to work? Because you can get 15 bucks an hour to sit on your ass.
right. So here's the proof positive that we just live in just a shitty world. Okay, this is a new
Hmm.
scam going out around people. I know there's only 20 people in here, but please be aware of this if you find yourself in this situation. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you about two things. The first one, though, is what I just discovered this yesterday. So obviously, social media is a great place to go if you lose a pet, right? Your pet gets
Yes.
out, runs away. You want to post it everywhere on social media, right? And you want to see
Hmm.
people find find my cat, find my dog. And so now these people who are seeing these people who have lost a pet, they're distraught, they're upset, right? They're stressed because they're trying to find their pet, right? They will contact you and say, "I have your dog. You need to send me $50 in Cash App."
Oh
Oh, you don't.
yeah.
Or one person just said they wouldn't get the dog back, but another one said they would leave their dog's dead body in the driveway.
What an asshole.
And it's like, it's a scam. Okay, these people do
Oh
not have
yeah.
your pet. All right, they do
No,
not have
it's
your
all
pet.
bullshit.
They just
Mm-mm.
contacted you and they're trying to tell you that they have, and they pick up little clues. They figure out where you live. They figure out,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, I'm 3 blocks away from you on such and such street," kind of thing.
Yeah, because
Send
like
me
I'm sure you may
$50.
have if you live in any type of subdivision, they have the next door app. And
Right.
that's all you see on there now is, oh, Fluffy got out and I don't know where she is. She's been missing for 2 days. And I mean, we lost a cat 13 months ago, never did come back.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I figure he decided he was 10 years old and I don't think he liked the living situation anymore. We had rescued a puppy.
Okay.
They didn't get along and because I guess that cat felt he was the alpha male in the house
Sure.
and he was, finally one night he was, just got out, and it's funny because you see him on the security camera. Like we didn't realize he was gone for like 2 days.
Oh,
Because he's independent. If he don't want to be seen, he won't be seen.
sure. It's a cat.
And with
That's what they do.
with the other cats in the house, you figure the food was still being eaten, there was still stuff going in the litter box, so you didn't think much of it. And then you realize, wait a minute, where's he at? And I looked on the security camera from like 2 days prior. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. He had gotten out because one of my daughter's friends had gone outside to have a cigarette or something,
Hmm.
and let him out and didn't notice that he had gotten out. And you see him like thinking about, man, I just screwed up. Let me try to get back in the house. And you see him like trying to get back in the house
Oh.
and he can't get in. And then instead of just waiting until, a couple hours till someone to get up, he just something spooked him. I'm thinking maybe a coyote was around or something. He ran and never made his way back. So
Mm.
I figure personally, I think he probably made friends with the wrong coyote and he's,
I
was
mean,
prey.
it's
But
most likely, yeah, he
yeah,
probably
that's what I'm thinking.
is,
But either that
yeah.
or there was something wrong with him and he didn't want to be found dead and just
And
decided to
they
go
do
on
that.
his own.
Cats
Yeah.
absolutely do that. I mean, my dad had an indoor outdoor cat, and we were always very liberal with letting them in and out, letting them in and out. They come back, they go out, they come back, they go out. And Jerry was 21 years old. He was
Oh
an old
wow.
cat. And about the last, I would say 6 to 10 months, I guess, Jerry wouldn't come back inside. He stayed outdoors all the time.
Huh.
And he was, like I said, he was old. He had gotten cancer on his ears. My dad had had his ears amputated. He'd lost all of his
Oh wow.
teeth. He was, but yeah. And Dad came home one day and he was in his little spot between the bushes and he had just gone to sleep and didn't wake up.
Yep.
Um, and they do that. They'll tend to go away when it's
Yeah.
time for them to die. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about your cat. That really sucks. And if you have coyotes, that's probably what happened. But
Well, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing we weren't used to because in Jersey, you didn't really you saw coyotes every once in a blue moon, but it was rare. Here it's you hear them every night.
and yeah, we get them around here. I mean, it's very, very populous around here, but you do see them
Yeah, there's still.
occasionally.
Oh yeah, where I live. I mean, I live in a subdivision. We're outside of town, but we're still. I mean, there's still a lot of people around. There's still houses all over and everything.
Yeah.
The only thing we get is we have high water bills and low taxes.
I have pretty low water bill actually, but
Oh, not
taxes
us.
are outrageous.
Yeah, see, our
Taxes are
taxes. Our tax. Well, compared to where I'm from, taxes here ain't shit.
okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'm sure New Jersey taxes are ridiculous. I know my property taxes on my house are like 3 grand, which really sucks. But
yeah. You can. This was a 1,300 square foot house on a postage stamp lot, 6,800 square foot lot. The taxes were 65.
100 a year.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm on like just under a quarter acre. I have a corner lot in my neighborhood,
Yeah,
so
we have a corner lot here. It's a third of an acre, and we're at like 2,200.
okay, yeah, and I'm at. I mean, my house is a good size. It's like
Yeah,
2,200 square feet, but
yeah, we're about almost 3,000.
so okay, so similar. I'd say similar,
Yeah,
very similar. And yeah, we're at well, I'm at 3,000. 3,000. My property taxes are 3,000. Of
yeah.
course, the
We had a realtor come
boom.
to us like, you want to make 350 on your house right now? I'm like, where the hell would we go?
Right, I know.
and
That's the
and
thing.
not and not spend something crazy.
Well, so yeah, okay. So your house is appraised a lot more than mine is. I think is hovering around 260, 270 right now.
Well, we just
Um,
sold a house in New Jersey because we were landlords for the last 9 years, and we just finally got tired of it. And with the market being what it is,
right.
we it was on the market 5 days. We got 30,000 over asking.
That is, I mean, and that's the thing. Right now is the best time to sell a house. I mean, like,
Yeah,
but that was the problem. Like because my brother-in-law actually had said something to my husband because oh, now's the best time ever in all of history to sell a house. I was like, here's the problem: you sell a house, you got to buy a house.
exactly.
You and my house, I've been there 25 years. My house is paid off. You
Oh
know?
yeah. See, we've only been in this house. It'll be 5 years in July, but with the low interest rates at the time when we bought it, we're the big chunks of that mortgage come off every month.
Absolutely.
So
And
we'd walk away with a nice chunk of change, and plus we still have some money left over from the house that we just sold.
right.
We made a decent amount on that, but then we've invested different things. Like my wife, she wanted to buy into a clothing boutique, so we put money into that, and they just had their grand reopening in a new location last weekend, and they're doing great their first week. So
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, my cousin just sold her house. She's in Orlando and it's a it's like a 6,000 square foot house. I mean, it's on a
oh
tiny little lot. I mean, seriously, you talk about a postage stamp
yeah,
lot, but it's a 6,000 square foot house, with a pool and
hmm
I mean, it's super nice and it's in a gated community and everything, they've got, 24-hour security and all that stuff and yeah, she put that on the market for 610 and it sold in 2 days. And I
hmm
was like, yeah, you underpriced it.
yeah, well the thing about Florida too is you have all these communities like that, and what people don't realize is you're paying for all that extra.
Oh
That
yeah.
HOA is probably $1,000 a month.
Oh yeah. I never did ask her how much her HOA is, but I know her HOA is super
Because we
strict.
were looking down there because that's where the grandbaby's at, down in Southwest Florida, like down towards down south of Fort Myers.
Uh-huh.
Down the big money area,
Oh yeah.
and just looking even like north of there, trying to find something. We're talking 1,400 square feet with a pool,
Yeah.
and you can't touch anything for under 275, 300. And I'm like, no. I mean,
Yeah.
that's $150,000 house. Don't give me that bullshit that this is a $300,000 house.
I know. I was about Florida when she told me that she got a 610 for it. I was like, holy crap.
And this and this
Uh,
shortage and this crazy market is worldwide.
it is. It is. I mean, and it was fun because when she told me it sold in 2 days, I was like, you underpriced it. She's like, that's what Chuck said. Chuck's her husband. She's like, that's what Chuck said. It's like, you You could have got $6.50 for that thing easy.
Yeah, 'cause I was talking to Waftham in Australia, and a friend of his had a house. Oh,
I'm sorry. It's the same guy. Hang on real quick.
okay, no problem.
Talk to the.
Yeah, I'll talk to this chat. We got 16 people. Nobody's really chatting now. What's going on, guys? Anybody looking to mix anything that they're having trouble with? Anybody have any devices they're having issues with, or anything they're interested in buying? Anything with advocacy? That was one great thing about that vape shop I went to today. Right outside, they had, we vape, we vote. They had the North Carolina Vapors Coalition sign up, so I know they donate money to advocacy to keep things going here in North Carolina, which is huge because you need that right now with everything going on, especially on the federal level. Here in North Carolina, we're pretty good on the state level. We have a watchdog group that keeps an eye on the politicians in Raleigh to make sure that they don't do anything shady. But our congresswoman here, she hates us. She literally told me that she wishes all vapors just go to hell and leave her alone. So at least I know we did something right. Pissed her off. Man, she's a freshman congresswoman. That the only reason why she took that job is because we're ran for that office is because she lost a Senate bid, and I guess her husband wanted her to get the hell out of the house and do something. But that's the thing about a lot of these politicians, they do not care about you. Don't believe anything they say, they do not give a shit. What's up, King Cobra?
Okay, that was the same guy. He still hasn't gotten here yet to pick up his order. He's stuck in traffic, so. But
Oh,
he's on
that's
his
no
way.
surprise.
And then he's
Yeah,
like, "I'll buy some coffee from you." I was like, "Well, I gotta roast the coffee. I don't have the coffee made. It's fresh roasted. That's the whole stick."
Oh, there you go.
So, uh, um, so, so yeah. Okay, so we talked real estate. Nobody's talking real estate though. How you doing, King Cobra? But yeah. Oh, the other thing I was going to tell you guys about. What was the other thing? So I told you about the dog thing, and then oh, the other thing. We live in a horrible, horrible world, people. This actually happened. I heard about this scam, but then it actually happened to my neighbor. Like, you
Oh,
hear about
wow.
these scams, and you always kind of, there's always an element of, did that really happen? Like, you sure? Like, I'll keep it in the back of my head, but really, that doesn't sound like it would
Yeah.
happen. No, this actually did happen to my next door neighbor. And how, I mean, this is sophisticated as crap, people. So you got to keep out for this, okay? Middle of the night, they get a phone call from her sister. Okay, there's a lovely couple about my age that live next door. Well, they're a little bit younger than me actually, but they live next door. They got a phone call. The caller ID on her phone was her sister's phone number,
Oh.
and there was a woman crying, saying that she had been kidnapped, basically, and that
Oh,
they needed to
Jesus.
go to Walmart and get a gift card, kind of that kind of crap,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then it just got all muffled, and then you couldn't hear anything, whatnot, but I mean, it's a woman crying, panicking, right? So you don't, you're not, in the middle of the night, you're still asleep, you're not sure what's going on. They had
Yeah.
the mind to not panic immediately, and then to call her. They disconnected and they called her sister and found out her sister was just fine. How do these people get this kind of information? But I'm saying, if you get a call in the middle of the night from a loved one telling you that they've been kidnapped, they're being held at gunpoint, you need to go to Walmart and get a fucking gift card,
Yeah, yeah.
don't fall for
That's
it.
that's kind of like there's ones that say they're from the IRS, and you pay us in Bitcoin or something.
Yeah,
And it's yeah,
we're
okay.
gonna, yeah, there's been a warrant issued for your arrest.
Yeah.
Really? Sure.
Yeah, I had one of them call me with some kind of recording. They said, yeah, the cops have been called. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if it's something official, they're not going to say the cops. And I'm just sitting there laughing the whole time. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, the
Trying to
ones
get
I've
someone.
gotten was that there's been a warrant issued for your arrest.
Yeah,
Really?
that one too. I'm like, please. I'm
They
like, you
don't
think
do
it's the
that.
only warrant? Come on, get in line.
They don't do that. They don't do that.
No.
They don't do that. It's not going to do them any good to put you in jail if you haven't paid your taxes. Okay.
Exactly.
Does nobody any good.
It's just like people that don't pay their child support and they get put in jail, and I'm like, yeah, how? What's that accomplishing?
I know, and I've seen that. My other neighbor on my other side. This was many, many, many years ago. Um, with her, which she's not even married to this guy anymore. But yeah, like she calls me up one night. She's like, "Can you come over here and watch the girls?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's going on?" She's like, "I have to go bail Randy out." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "His ex-wife put him in jail for not paying child support." I'm like, "What good is that going to do anybody? If he
Yeah.
can't work, definitely can't pay child support."
I mean, I could see some people if they actually have the means and they're just saying, kiss my ass, I'm not paying. Then they get locked up. I don't feel for them.
But that's
But
just it, though. There's
if here's
still
someone
other
who's
things
trying,
you can do. Locking him
exactly.
up doesn't do anybody any good.
Uh-uh.
You go through the courts, right? They can garnish wages. They can put liens on things. They can do shit through the
Yeah.
courts. But you put somebody in jail, it doesn't do anybody any good.
Yeah, a friend of ours, her baby daddy, her ex-husband, he took off and went back to the Philippines. Well, there was a warrant for him here. Well, he came back to the States and they locked him up immediately. And his family, they were well off. They paid the minimum it took to get him out of jail. Then they shipped his ass back to the Philippines, and he's never seen another dime or hadn't heard something about him since.
That is just horrible, dire, to know that the caller ID faked ransom thing was
Yeah,
popular.
that's the first I'd heard of that one.
Yeah, I'd heard of it, like I'd read about it, but I just kind of like, did that really happen? Um, but then yeah, when Brad and Holly told me they posted about it, they posted it up on Facebook. They said,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this really happened to us. It's like that is just horrifying. That is a horrifying thing to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and to think that your sister or your mom or
Somebody, yeah.
is being held at gunpoint, for ransom. That's just what? And then these scum of the earth. I mean, this is lower than scum to sit there and prey on people who've lost their dog, lost their cat, and saying, "I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna leave your dead dog's body on your driveway if you don't give me $50 in over Cash App."
Yeah,
Really?
that's bullshit.
That's worth $50 to you? I mean,
Yeah. And there's people out there that do not have, they don't have a conscience.
you
They
know
don't have
what? They didn't
morals.
get spanked enough when they were kids. That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
They didn't get the
That's like,
ass whooped.
that's like I saw one of them memes. It's like, so did you ever talk back to your parents that said yes and I had the scars to prove it?
Right? Or it said or what was one that I saw? I said, I think we've definitively proven now that the ass whooping generation is much tougher than the timeout generation.
Yes, exactly. Why do you think you can't get microchips right now? The processors for these cars is because they had to build all these PlayStation 5s. If not, little Johnny's going to be upset and go shoot up a Walmart.
It's not right. I don't have, I know, Opie, I don't mean to get on a rant, and it's like I'm not advocating spanking your kids, okay, but
Oh, I
I'm
am.
sorry, but just sometimes they just need their little asses beat. It doesn't
Exactly.
hurt them, right?
No.
It hurts them for a few minutes, right? But more than anything, they're
There's some
just
states that still have corporal punishment.
actually apparently, and I don't, they may have changed this since then, but I did find this out, actually, because, well, my husband actually had went through the defects. People are just evil people, okay? They will get their hooks into something and they won't quit. All right,
Hmm.
and that's what happened to my husband. He actually almost got a couple of people at defects fired because they just wouldn't quit. They just got their claws in and just wouldn't quit over nothing. And he found out though that according to Georgia law,
It's still legal, right?
it's not only legal, it is not considered abuse unless you leave
Mm.
a mark that lasts more than 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating that. I'm not advocating beating your kids to leave any kind of mark on them, okay? You smack their little asses, maybe smack them across the face, but do not leave marks on your children.
I think here in North Carolina, with as long as the parents, give permission, and they can just give permission, verbally, that the principal of the school can still whoop their kid's ass.
Oh yeah, that was and like I have some of my younger yearbooks, like my grade school yearbooks. Um, there was actually a picture of our principal. I mean, it was a joke shot, okay, but there's a picture of the principal. He's smiling and laughing. He's got the paddle in his hand, right? And there's a
Mm-hmm.
student, bent over his desk, and the student's smiling and laughing, but it was like a posed shot, like he's about to whack this kid with the paddle.
Oh yeah.
That was something that we did in primary school, okay? I mean, if you fucked up enough, you got your little ass beat in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, no soccer quarters, Dyer. You gotta know where the line is. Crowbar is that line. Don't leave any marks on your kids. But yeah, they need to be smacked around a little bit.
Yeah. They can't sit down for a day. There's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
just it, though. Seriously, it's not even like that far. Okay, come on, face it. Think about, and maybe not you. I don't know, but I know with me. Okay, yeah, I got my ass beat when I got in trouble,
Oh yeah.
but
Absolutely.
it didn't. Yeah, it hurt while it was happening. Maybe it
But
hurt for
then you.
another 10 or 15 minutes.
But
Then
then
it
that
was
was it. And it was
over.
done. Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
over. Okay, your ego was bruised more than anything, and that's why you cried for 2 hours, because your ego was bruised. But other than that, you weren't.
Especially if your parents did it in front of your
Oh
friends.
my God.
That was the
That was
worst.
so embarrassing. Oh my God, how could you
Yes.
do that?
You
But
thought
yeah.
you thought you were hot shit, and you said something wrong to your mom, and she got the wiffle ball bat.
hmm My parents had a board. It was a 1x3 board. It was called the stick.
Oh,
Don't
my
make me.
parents, it was whatever they could get their hands on,
Well,
or
that was.
or use their hands themselves.
It was a don't make me get the stick. And we
Hmm.
knew if they got the stick, they had to bring the stick on long car rides. Mom kept it down on the underneath her seat.
Oh yeah, I remember my dad had one of them big leather belts with like the cowboy buckle on them.
Oh. Well, no, Dad never had the buckle, but he definitely had his. But before we had the stick, we had the belt. So
Yeah,
Dad took off his belt, he was in trouble.
yeah, I remember my dad would usually get home about 6 o'clock at night, and he'd be tired, he'd be miserable from from working all day, and if my mom told him something that we did something wrong that day. Oh, it was he took out all his frustrations on the day on our ass.
And that was just it, though. Like, I mean, and now now I'm watching my grandchildren and so uh, and I would never I'm a grandmother, of course, so I'm not going to
Yeah, so am I. I'm a
smack the
grandfather.
kids, right? So
No, no, we
um
spoil them and send them on their way.
absolutely. But she's got a little attitude. She's almost 4 now, and I mean, well, there's two. The younger one hasn't gotten an attitude yet, but the 4-year-old, she's definitely got a little attitude. And yeah, so I told her, because she gets overly upset, actually, even if you just yell at her, and
Oh,
she what
okay.
she had did, she had pushed her sister, and she pushed her. She was trying to guide her sister to go outside, but instead of just guiding her, she sort of grabbed hold of her and just sort of ran with her, and then she tripped, and poor
Oh,
Alethea face planted, and she had a little bruise on her face from it. So I was like, I told Abby, I said, hey, I was like, I didn't do this. I was like, yeah, I was like, Elena picked up Alethea. She she went running with her. She tripped. She got a bruise on her face. And and I said, and I told her, I yelled at her. I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You stop doing that. Why are you doing that to your sister?" And she, she got all upset and everything, and she started pitching a fit. And so I was like, "Oh no, you have to do the timeout thing with her." She responds really well to that. So I mean, that's what I've
yeah,
been
okay.
doing, because that's what, and she does seem to respond really well to it. She gets upset. I said, "Go to your room, come back down when you're ready to talk about it." And but it's just like I'm sitting here going, with this attitude, and I'm all like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
That's like living here was good for us, but I think it was the worst thing for my daughter because these kids around here, I call this Beverly Hills 27284 because they are fucking spoiled like beyond belief. So she grew up with this entitled attitude because
Oh
that's
my
what she sees
God.
from all her friends. And all her friends back in Jersey, they're as soon as they couldn't wait to get jobs and get their own money because everyone was all blue collar. Nobody was here and here. Everybody was all together.
Mhm.
Everyone all had the same problems. Everyone was all doing what they had to do to make ends meet, and paying stupid taxes and ridiculous car insurance and everything else.
Well, how old
And
is
then
your
down,
daughter?
he's 18. She's graduating here in like 2
18.
weeks.
Okay. So my and they're not my kids. I mean, they're my kids, but they're David's kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Zachary is going to be 26 this year. Abby is going to be 24, and the twins are going to be 22. And
Okay.
so they're definitely, I mean, they're hardcore millennials, right?
Yeah.
And that was the thing too. Like, so you and I must be a similar age. I'm going to be 48 this year. You're
I'm 49, so yeah.
okay. Um, so yeah, we're Gen Xers.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
exactly.
and and it was like I don't know about you, but like literally the second I turned 16, all I cared about was getting a car. Got to get a
Oh
car.
yeah.
All I wanted a car. I went and got my license. I got a job. I saved every penny
Oh yeah. I
to
lied
get a
about my
car.
age to get my first job at 10 years old, a paper route.
Nice. I didn't go that route. But yeah, I babysat and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
the second I turned 16, I got a job at Kmart. I was running cash
Mm,
register, making 4.50 an hour. Right, I saved
I
every
was making,
penny.
yeah, my first on the books job was Kmart. My senior year of high
Okay,
school, I did the co-op program,
cool.
and I was, bumping, I was working on the docks in the back,
Okay,
unloading the trucks and doing all that. And yeah, I
yeah.
remember
So
it was 3.90 an hour. Then it went up to like four something, like 4.65 or something. And then I
it was
thought I was hot shit
4.25.
when I got out of there and got a warehouse job making $6 an hour. I thought I had the biggest dick in the bar. It's like, oh
I
man, I'm doing
know,
great.
right? Because that was, yeah, when I left Kmart. Well, not immediately after I left Kmart, but I ended up getting a job at a Italian restaurant, and they hired me on at $6 an hour, and I,
Yeah.
hell yeah, right? And but yeah, that's all I cared about. People like that's all I wanted is get a car, right? And
Yeah.
then as soon as I saved up, and I mean, it took me like 9 months. I saved up like over $2,000. Got a car, got my own insurance, had enough left
Mm-hmm.
over for repairs, gas, all that stuff. And I was just, that was it. This was my key to independence, right?
Yeah, I
And I
wasn't allowed
was
to get a car until I can afford my own insurance.
right. And so of course, I found out later, of course, that my dad was bullshitting me. But my dad's all like, "No, you can't drive our cars because I'm not going to put you on my insurance." Well, I mean, it turns out you can. I could totally have driven his car, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, he was like, "Nope, you got to have your own car, got to have your own insurance." And that was my thing, is that my car was my symbol of independence, right?
Oh
And I was
yeah.
very um, fanatical about it, actually. Like I made it very clear to my parents that you can ground me to the house, but you cannot take my car away because it's mine.
Yeah. Yeah, your
Title's
car.
in my
Yep.
name, insurance is in my name. I
Yep.
pay for repairs, I pay for gas. It's my car. You can't take my car away from me. You can you can ground me. you know, you could take away other things or whatever. You can, up my curfew or whatever, but you can't take my car away from me. And yeah, like these kids though, none of them.
My
I know
daughter's 18. She's already on her third car because she's already totaled two of them.
Oh, well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. But no, no, mine didn't even care about getting cars. Like Zachary got, well, he was given his car. He was granddaddy
Well, that's the thing.
gave him, gave him.
I've given her those two cars. She's barely worked. I mean, she's supposed to be working in a boutique, but she doesn't get along with the other with the other co-owner and her daughter and stuff. She's like, "Well, I'm not working there, then I quit."
Well,
I'm
the
like,
the
"Well,
boy
you better
twin,
find something else."
the boy twin just got his first car. He's 21 years old. I'm like,
Oh
what
wow.
are you doing? like, and yeah, I mean, and Abby didn't get her car. Well, when did she first get a car? She was like 19. It wasn't long before she had the first kid that she had a car, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't care about anything except getting a car. That's all I cared about.
And it's
You're
like in
50.
Jersey, you couldn't get your license till you were 17. I bought a car at 16 and was going to fix it up. And then my dad's car died, and it had to be titled and had to have insurance, so everything went in his name. When he started using it, well, then he ran it into the ground. So then I
Yeah.
had to save up all over again to buy another car. And in the meantime, I got a hand me down from my sister, which was an old '70 Ford Maverick that was a piece of junk. They used to change its own oil every 3 days.
My first was a 78 Corolla liftback.
Oh,
It
Oh
looked like a
yeah.
glorified Pinto.
That, that was a 5-speed or 4-speed too,
Five
wasn't it? It
speed.
wasn't
It
even
was five
automatic.
speed. No, it
Oh,
was a
was it
five
five?
speed. Yeah. Um, Now, okay, I'm going to respond to some chat here. So, Opie says you're 56, you can't buy vapor products online. Wait, Opie, are you here in the States? Are you,
I'm assuming he's. I'm assuming he'd be here in the States. That's why he's making that statement.
well, yeah, because they don't have that problem overseas. Um,
No, they have the shit together over there.
there are a few places that got exemptions. So I think Element, I like Element. Element's definitely my go-to place. I think Element got an exception.
Vapor DNA, Vapor
Vapor
DNA.
DNA. I want to say 8 Vape, I think got an exception.
Yeah,
Um,
my V Pro is still shipping, and I think they're back using USPS now until the post office gets their shit together as far as enforcement.
so yeah, Opie, take note of those. I want to say Demand Vape, maybe. Check out Demand
I'm
Vape,
not familiar with that one. Yeah.
8 Vape, Vapor DNA, Element. Element's definitely my favorite. They always seem to have the best prices and they have a great selection. And so I would try Element first. Um, and but yeah, so that you can still get vapor products online.
Yeah, you
Um,
can still get them. You gotta hunt around for them and see who's willing to do what right now. I mean, there's some
some of
that
these
are,
places
some
actually
that
went through something and got some sort of exception to be able to buy beer. Because I mean, I'm with you, Opie. I went out about 2 months ago,
yeah.
thought I was in. It was the Vapocalypse, and I went and spent like $300 on new vape gear
Oh,
just to have as
right.
backups. Because it's not like I don't have a whole bunch of shit already. But I gotta have make sure that I have enough for the rest of my life. Yes, those are all in the States, Opie. Um, I don't actually know of any um, websites that are not in the States. Well, except for like Fast Tech, but um, yeah, I wouldn't wait. I definitely would get what you can as soon as you can, because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it could be any day now. They could just shut it down. I mean, the vapocalypse is upon us, people. So don't wait. If you've got the extra scratch, you should totally pick up some vape gear. Looks like Frank got a phone call. It's okay. So, but I know e-liquid is getting harder to come by. I mean, we can't, we're doing more, catering more to the DIY crowd now, with just flavor concentrates. Who was the other caster, and does he have a channel to subscribe to? I believe he does. This is Daytime Frank. He is one of the admins over at the Beginners DIY group on Facebook. I don't know if you've bought a lot of my. Oh, thank you, Opie. Awesome. Love to hear that. Um, so yeah, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or if he does it on Facebook or what, but when he gets back, we can talk to him about what his social media is. Because he obviously knows his shit. Yeah, where are you in the States, Opie? What is that? Is that like a virus? Is that like an emoticon now? A virus, really? Maryland. Okay. I would try Element. I mean, most of those places are based in California, if I'm not mistaken. I know Element is in California. I think Vapor DNA is too. Um, I don't know. All the distributors seem to be out in Cali. So it takes a hot minute to come across the states. Okay, good night, Noel. Thank you so much for hanging out. But yeah, I'm glad I could help out. But they're around. You can find them. I do need to shut this cast down now. I don't intend to go 3 hours. Daytime Frank has a YouTube. I don't, that's the ID. I don't even know how to, can you put the link in the room? I know you can't put the link in the room, but can you put like spaces in it and I'll fix it? Because I'm sure he has a better link. We can just wait for his phone call to be over. It's okay. This is how, see, this is how I know that I missed casting, because I only had to go for 2 hours, and here I am going on 3. So what else? Let's see. What else has been going on here in chat that I may have missed? Did I miss anything? No, I don't think I did. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight, and I'm going to definitely keep doing this every Thursday. I think it's a good time slot for me. YouTube.com. Here we go. Oh, Frank's back. Do you have a
Yeah, I'm back.
better link for your channel? Actually, if you want to type in the room, I'll mod you,
All
and then you can
right.
put links in the room.
There we go. Yeah, let me go ahead and I'll pull up my channel.
Yeah, we've missed casting, and I really want to get my name out there more, especially for the concentrates and the coffee, and to talk about DIY stuff with you guys. Because we definitely want you guys to be DIYing safely, and we still want to be able to bring you stuff, the flavors that you're used to, and like all the Higgy flavors, and now I have the watch flavors, and we have the TOC flavors, and it makes the DIY stuff really easy if you're not into creating recipes. But you can still create recipes with them. I mean, I would be thrilled to hear that you used, my creme brulee to create something else, Maybe not cornbread pudding, but
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I have a bad feeling that was probably a fail tonight. But hey, we tried something. We both said, you know what, we really don't like this, but we'll see what we can do with it.
yeah. I mean,
You
hey,
can
I've
only
made pickled bacon pizza before, so
you can only polish a turd so many ways. So.
right. It was
Yeah,
a
it's weird. It didn't come
Unicron.
up. It didn't come up as a link, but it
Oh,
came up
let's
in the
see.
chat.
Oh no,
That's fine.
I gotta mod you. Here we go. Add
Okay.
moderator. There you go. Now you
All
can
right.
put links in the channel.
All right. Let's try it again. Oh, yep. There we go. There we go. So after the stream, go ahead and
So
click
yeah,
on
if
the
you
link
guys
if you
want
want to
to
sub to the channel.
subscribe over to Daytime Frank, there he is. And do you have like a schedule, or do you just kind of do it randomly, or?
It's normally every Saturday night, 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern time. But like this Saturday, I'm not doing a show because I'm out of town. So it's like usually I try to do at least 3 a month.
Okay.
And I try to get. I was doing these videos called Flavor of the Day,
Okay.
where I was doing like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was doing like different flavor. Like same week would be like the same flavor profile. It'd be flavor reviews for different flavors.
Okay.
Like
Good night, Simon.
I have a bunch of them up, and I'm going to do more of them. I just you run out of time.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
That's
King
with
Cobra.
and that was kind of with my problem, is that my show used to be on Saturday nights at like from like 7 to 10, and
Yeah.
because I used to come on before Mod Envy, and I don't know if you ever watched Mod Envy, but yeah,
I
Mod
started at
Envy was
9, so that's probably why I
well,
go
Mod Envy
9
hasn't been
till.
on. Oh, jeez, it's the same guy.
Oh wow.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so basically my channel is mostly DIY focused, but we also do advocacy and we hang out, and it's usually the same cast of characters on there. We have Tam Vapes, Zippy's on there, Adam Pilarchik's on there. Every once in a while I'll get Fresh 03.
Okay, the dude
Fresh.
is actually here, so I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, let's wrap this up because I'm gonna
Oh, okay. You know what, guys? We're going ahead and end it.
On our way home.
Love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. See ya. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
I have a little outro. We can chat through it for a minute, or you can leave.
All right, cool.
So, thank you so much for coming on. I'd love to have you on any Thursday.
Yeah, I'm saying usually Thursdays. I'm usually in the truck watching you guys, but
awesome. Love to hear it. All right. Well, you have a great evening, and
I hear your doorbell.
Yep. So I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Good talking to you, Jen.
Thanks. Bye, Frank.
Bye.
Hello. I got the gallon jug of
1 second. Yeah, he's the guy who's been calling. Bye, guys.